You know,
Oh, we need to intro. What?
We love haptic feedback.
Are you muted yourself, Jamie?
Me?
Oh,
no,
you're playing it on TV.
Man, should I say?
He's too busy eating.
Yeah, I think he had the stream going through the TV. That's why we could hear the music.
Yes,
Busy munching on square.
Every stream I'm on, I always have the stream on in my on my 50-incher in the background, so it means the stream gets an extra view.
Well, I'm glad I'm on your 50-inch. I am, and thank you for the extra view.
It's the first time for everything, eh? 50 inches? No wonder they call you fucking tripod. Jesus.
I thought DJ was tripod.
He is a tripod, but you're not seeing it. I've told you. How many times have you messaged me and asking to see it? And I've told you no.
Well, greetings everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another Saturday night live stream with me, Pete Playtendoguy, and I'm joined as always by Amy.
Hello.
There she is. We've got Delboy here.
Hello, everyone.
We've got Batman here.
Hi.
And we've got the brilliant Jamie Powell.
Oh, hello. All right.
And we've also got Josh from Through the Lens.
What's up? Hello.
Unfortunately, Mike can't make it tonight. He ain't feeling too great, so we wish Mike a quick recovery and hopefully get him on in a future live stream. But thank you, everybody, for joining the stream tonight. Hope you're all doing well. And be sure to leave plenty of comments and questions down below, and we'll get back to you. Ask us anything you like. It's always fun to chat about anything. But before we get into those comments, the same question I ask each and every week is, what have you been watching recently? So I'll start straight off with Delboy. What have you been watching recently?
It's the end stuff, really, Pete, of the horror stuff. You know, I mean, I've been watching, Long Legs and Late Night with the Devil and all of that sort of stuff. There's been some stuff that's turned up. Just recently, there's like Convoy, the Steel Book of Convoy I've got.
Oh, nice.
So that's another one. Remember I told you last week of obscure horror films, and there was that one called The Owners with Sylvester McCoy.
William.
That was good. Of course, I think everybody got their Doctor Who, if you're a Doctor Who fan, season 25. But the big one that turned up was this behemoth, June 2.
Bloody hell, look at that.
Stop.
That's beautiful.
That one turned up. That's got 2 steel books in there.
Is it 1 and 2, or is it just 2? As in the
it's just film? June 2 with two brand new steel books that you won't get as things that you could buy separately.
Oh,
that's interesting.
I dread to think how much that cost.
£100.
Oh yeah, it's listed as 100, but I had a £20 voucher, so it was.
To be fair,
cheaper.
I paid £100 for something Dune-wise. I bought the Lego Ornithopter this week.
Oh, wow!
Very nice.
It's on the shelf there. See it?
I bought a Yorkie. It's not for girls.
Oh, you can't say that anymore.
No.
They took the advert off for that.
Oh, it's not for men.
It's not for men.
Hey, we're all equal now.
Yeah, so pretty much, Pete, I've been watching mostly horror stuff, actually. It's been quite good, actually. The stuff that's, it's nice to have a week, where you can watch stuff that I don't normally watch, because I'm not a huge horror fan, but I'm a horror fan. Do you know what I mean? I've been educated by friends, and they've told me, oh, you ought to watch this, watch that. So You know, because my horror stuff is like Hammer and the Universal stuff, and a good 10 or 15 years past The Exorcist, and then it's a bit hit and miss because I don't know most of the modern stuff, you know. So I've been watching Longlegs and stuff, and I've gotten really into it. It's been really good. Thank you so much for asking, and thanks everybody for joining in tonight.
Yeah. So, did you enjoy Longlegs? What did you thought of Nicolas Cage's performance?
I really like Longlegs. Substance is still my favourite film this year. Substance.
Substance, fantastic
film this year.
Yeah, it's amazing. But great stuff watching there, Delboy, and some really nice pickups, especially that Dune set. Is that Amazon UK or was it from abroad?
That was Amazon UK, yeah.
Oh wow.
lovely set.
Very nice and a brilliant film as well.
Oh yeah, I did like the film, yeah.
So what about you, Jamie? What have you been watching this week?
Which one?
Which one?
Mr. Powell. I'll call you Batman, Jamie.
I've written it down because I knew I'd forget. I saw Heretic with Hugh Grant. Heretic, thank you.
Huge grunt.
Huge Grunt. That's what my mum used to call him. Yeah, that was quite good. Huge Grunt was very good in the film. I think the first like hour is fantastic. When things go downstairs, it's not as fantastic, but it's still good. And there's a lot to be said in it. We'd liked it.
Yeah, it's religion based, isn't it?
It's these two girls are from a religion. They go.
Yeah, they're from Mormonism, I believe.
That's it. And they go.
Really?
And it's just a lot. It's very interesting. A lot of stuff they talk about, and he goes on about Monopoly and Radiohead and stuff. And it's amazing. It's quite
Radiohead.
Really
okay, I'm in. I'm going to see it then if he talks about Radiohead.
And but it's really good. Really enjoyed the writing of it. Then I saw on I think it's Disney Plus called Carved. It's about a killer pumpkin, and it was like watching a kids film that has gore in it and swearing, but it was rubbish. I saw Woman of the Hour. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
Thought that was quite good. Quite interesting. It wasn't anything special, but it was all right. It passed the time. Me and the wife watched Hocus Pocus 1 and 2 because we watched it every Halloween. And now we watch the second one every Halloween. First one's good, second one's all right. And I also watched Hell House 1 to 4, which is the found footage thing. First one's good, second one's shite, the third one's okay, and the fourth one's the best. But that's all I've watched this week, which is still quite a lot for me. I fit quite a lot in this week.
Now, what's Crazy Jay watched?
Shaven Ryan's Privates, Glad He Ate Her, Beverly Hills Cock, and Harry Porker and the Philosopher's Bone.
What about Brave Little Toaster?
Oh, that as well, about 10 times. Fucking film.
Great selection of watches there, Jamie. Heretic does look really good. Hugh Grant definitely is selling that film for me, and it's A24, isn't it?
Yeah, A24.
I actually was going to see it today, but no buses were around. Literally, I got stranded at the bus station and no buses were there. So I missed, because I was debating whether to go see either Anora, which I want to see the most.
I want to see that.
Which I'm seeing on Monday actually, and then Heretic. I would have missed both screenings because I was stranded at the station for an hour because there were no buses. So I just got a bus home. I was like, oh, God.
Maybe you couldn't see them because you had your sunglasses on.
Yes. But
great selections of watches there, Jamie. What about you, Josh? What have you been watching recently?
So, in the span of how long? About a week or two?
Week or two? Doesn't matter.
We'll go from go from here. So I watched Barbie again. Love that film. So good. Longlegs, because I bought the 4K steelbook because that's the only way you can get the 4K in the UK. Didn't want the steelbook, but I got the film in 4K and it looks great. Excellent, really interesting. Nicolas Cage doing a song and dance was very funny. You should get a Grammy for that. Very nice. You should get a Grammy for that.
That was too creepily accurate. You've been practicing.
what the whole hand movements as well, like been very nice.
People who haven't seen
Anyway,
the film will go, "What the hell are they going on about?"
All of Us Strangers, for like the fourth time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fourth time. Very, very powerful stuff. Kills me every time I watch it.
Isn't
but
that the Paul Mescal one?
Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott, yeah. As someone who's going through the grievance process, it was a very important and necessary film for me to watch.
Seen that one.
It really did hit hard, and it's one of the best films of the decade so far. So I had to rewatch it. Quiet Place Day One. The 4K transfer is weird, but the film is really good. Yeah, not much else to say about it. I've seen it a few times now, and it's pretty sick. Venom 3.
You do know that's a mainstream film, yeah?
Yeah,
Not
and so
with
is
your
Venom 3.
artsy shit. It's a mainstream film. Are you saying it's good?
The thing is, since she was just briefly on about Quiet Place Day One, I personally think the weakest of the three, because in my opinion, 1 and 2 are like perfect masterpieces, but 3
Love
was
it.
just a step down.
Wow. That's your opinion. Anyway, carry on, Josh. We shouldn't interrupt you. Sorry.
Venom 3, which I actually like. It's basically everything the Venom, like Venom 2 tried to do, but so much better. You would have fucking glasses.
Well, the Blues Brothers, man.
I'm only putting these on because I usually do it for my videos, but
Hang on. I need to
Puff
do this
knob.
first. I need to do this first. Hang on.
sorry.
You see, I got my wife's head.
Puff snob, and he wears glasses.
Oh.
Mm.
I got my microphone.
Anyway, with Venom, I'd take anything that Venom 3 does over anything that Black Adam tried to do, when The Rock tried to do with DC. Like, I'd take that any day. Like, there's a Venom parachute, there's a Venom frog. Like, it's goofy shit, but it's fun. Like, okay, he does a dance with Mrs. Chen to Dancing Queen, and sings along to it. Like, it's just goofy shit. It's fun. I needed a fun film, and it was stupid but fun. I'm not saying it's a good movie because it fucking well ain't, but it's fun.
Whoa!
If you enjoyed it, that's what.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was like a 6 out of 10.
Wow, that's good.
Bedtime Stories of Adam Sandler. Grew up with that film.
Wow.
Which one?
Very
Oh,
fun.
Bedtime Stories. I've not seen that one.
Yeah, grew up with it. Yeah, it was a fun film. I actually enjoy that one. The Fall Guy, I bought on 4K. Looks great. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The blockbuster, which a lot of people kind of swept under the rug, and it's like, oh, if you don't appreciate what this blockbuster is doing, what do you really want in a blockbuster, you know? But I think it's fun. Ryan Gosling's cool. Watched The Big Short literally in the morning, the day before. No, literally the morning of my granddad's funeral. That was a interesting watch, but yeah, it was very. I didn't appreciate what Adam McKay was doing at first, but then I watch it and I'm like, yeah, it's trying to be the Social Network kind of thing, which I like. Then I watched Don't Look Up. Happy Gilmore, one of the best Adam Sandler films. Probably best comedy he's ever done, maybe.
That's the golfing one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's one of my favorites.
No, it's not the golfing one. It's the one where he goes clubbing.
Okay, next. Notting Hill for the first time with Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Yeah.
What do you think?
It was fine.
It's a wonderful film.
It's a really good film.
I thought it was okay. It was very much like.
No.
The thing is
it's a wonder.
It was good at the time. Hear me out. It was great for the time, but now we've got now the market of romantic comedies is so oversaturated, a lot of films are trying to copy it, and they do the exact same thing. Like a guy meets a girl, they squabble, they get up again, and then they squabble again, and then they meet up, and then happily ever after kind of thing. That happens in every one of these fucking films now, right? So
now it's been doing that since the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
It's all,
point,
it's all
actually.
about the writing and the characters. If it's got
Yeah.
good writing and characters, it doesn't matter really. A story is the most important part of the film, but in these sort of films, as long as it's entertaining, well written, and well acted, that's all that really matters in these sort of films. And not being poo-pooing on them, but you know, some films are just made to entertain and not try to be philosophical or have deep and meaningful. But for me, Notting Hill has moments which are true. That's the moments I like the most. Like it's very subtle. There's a bit where I don't know his character's brother, Tim McInerney, who was in Blackadder. He's carrying his wife because she's in a wheelchair. And it's just a shot through the door of him carrying up her.
That was nice.
Upstairs, and it's not the fact that he's doing that. It's the fact they're having a conversation, walking up, and she's laughing at what he's saying. That's what makes it real. And my mum was in a wheelchair, so I can identify with that as some other people might as well. So I think that's for me. That's what made it for Notting Hill, was this little touches that make a film. I find sometimes. But, sorry, I'm interrupting as always.
That's good. But my main issue with the film is that it's just way too long. Like 2 hours and 5 minutes for a comedy.
Yeah,
it's a bit long.
Yeah, but look how long The Holiday was. Bloody hell!
Oh, I haven't seen The Holiday. But...
It feels long,
especially on ITV.
Yeah, it does.
I watched Trial Chicago 7, which was not great. I like Aaron Sorkin films, well, his scripts at least, Social Network in particular, but a lot of the times you can tell when it's his scripts because nobody speaks like that in person. No one speaks the way these people do. Like,
but like M. Night Shyamalan, nobody talks like anybody does in their movies.
No.
But
but at least he's charming with it.
Yeah, I do like him.
Aaron Sorkin just tries to, as I keep saying, it's like screenwriting and acting pills. Like they keep swallowing them, but
all his characters are always assholes.
Yeah,
every character is an asshole. But
watched Blue Valentine yesterday again.
I scared you up.
Yeah. So good though. Watched The Apprentice, the Donald Trump film, and thought that was great. Like,
oh wow!
Heard good things about that.
Yeah, it was really good. What I like about it is that the director Ali Abassi just doesn't give a shit what he's doing. Like he literally dropped. So Trump sent him a cease and desist, saying that you better not release this film. What did he do? He did a release date and he dropped the trailer the exact same day as he got sent a cease and desist. And then the film came out and it made Trump look like even bigger asshole than he is. And it was great.
Is that possible?
Like it's... No.
Yeah, it is.
But what the film tries to do is it doesn't necessarily take the piss out of Trump, but makes a mockery of his decisions, which are just pathetic. Like his decisions are stupid. So I think it's great to see a film about this guy actually care about the mistakes he's made rather than sort of glorify who he is. But yeah, and then the final thing I watched was Terrifier 3, which I thought was dookie. Like, it's fine.
That's fine. You know I love Terrifier.
What did you think of the opening, Josh? The opening was really good. We liked that a lot. That was definitely a lot of fun.
A lot of people I see on TikTok were like leaving and like being like, "Oh, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. That's disgusting." They literally left and threw up, and I was like, "It's child's play."
Yeah. I know.
Have you seen to 10? Have you seen Raw? Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'd love to put them on that.
It's
But
a
yeah.
lot of fun. That film is. It's very funny.
Oh,
What?
is Raw as bad as that?
I like that they actually.
Nah.
I like they actually had the money for a camera this time, instead of filming it from a Rice Krispie box. But that was good.
I think
But
well,
yeah.
I love that movie. I take all people's criticisms and accept it because we're all different. But
Say it further. Say it to the people at the back. Say it for them as well.
yeah.
Say
yeah.
it louder.
But yeah,
But
Terrifier.
yeah, that's what I've been watching.
I've watched horror my whole life, so when I watch this stuff, it's like, yeah, I've seen this before. But I mean, I still think it's probably for modern horror. It's too much for modern audiences because they're not used to the old, real gore fest. I mean, you look at films like Brain Dead. They were gory. They were very gory. But they had an element of fun to them, and I think this has an element of fun to it.
Yeah,
but
it has its tongue in cheek when it does it. It's not really.
Because I was
gritty.
watching it, and I was thinking, this is for people who don't really. Well, it's not for them, but I was like, not many people who kind of understand boundaries will understand what this does, because it doesn't have any boundaries. Like, it crosses everything. Like, once you think you've had enough, nah, it just keeps going and going and going. And I was like, yeah, by the hour mark, I was kind of just tired and extremely fatigued with all the blood and that. I was like, that's a bit torturous. It's like torture porn after a while. I was like,
torture porn is like what you're talking about, the depressing kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is slapstick humor.
I call
that.
It's like an itching, scratchy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's itchy and scratchy, but yeah.
There's a difference for me between like misery porn and
porn
that and torture porn. Misery porn is kind of just like Lars von Trier films, which are just ultimate misery, like really depressing stuff. Blue Valentine fits under misery porn. This just fits under torture porn, where it's just constantly in your face with like gore and all that. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been watching. Very long-winded, but we got there.
That's a good selection of stuff.
12.
God, I don't know how you can fit all the films in, and even with free time, it's hard to fit so many films in.
Yeah.
I hate to think how long a year-long review would be. Bloody hell.
How many of us seen
your videos?
I've seen 418 films this year.
And that's just this week. That was today, yeah.
So your New Year review will start off at 7 in the morning and finish at 7 at night.
Well, when he starts his New Year review, it'll end on New Year's Eve the same
You think
year.
that I've got the energy for that shit? I barely have the energy to wake up in the morning. I don't have the energy to do that.
It'd be worth watching. It'd be like the Truman Show, wouldn't it? You just turn on the TV and there he is. Then I watched Deadpool Wolverine. It was shit because it wasn't made by an artsy farty director. Then I watched Shaun of the Dead, and it was all right. It had some good knowledge moments. And then you turn on back the TV on again about 4 hours later, and he's still there going, I fucking watched Beetlejuice, and I've lost the will to live. Then I watched Beethoven, a fucking dog. Sorry, Josh, I love you.
I know.
Wow.
I think Batman's ordering his pudding.
He's waiting for his Uber Eats.
Well, talking about Batman, what have you been watching then, Jamie?
Batman.
Crazy.
I don't really watch much now. Anyhow, I'm too. So last night, for the very, very, very first time, I finally watched
Princess Bride.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was amazing. I loved it. It basically reminded me of Zorro meets Never-Ending Story meets Robin Hood mixed with fantasy. So it was kind of all that rolled into one. But yeah, it was amazing. And I've watched the new Dick or Treat.
And we all knew that was coming.
Jamie Powell short film with Crazy J Posh Snob. I think I've watched it 10 plus times.
Wow. Is it a masterpiece?
I've got to admit, it's one of his best. I think it's a. But the thing is, it's just the thing that I found weird is obviously Jamie Powell's talking like Crazy J, and then Crazy J's talking like Jamie Powell. It was just so funny, and I think that's about it, really. But
it's almost like they're the same.
I did go to Humph today, and I brought these.
Oh, smile and let there be
Venom.
Oh, the best Venom film.
Oh.
The thing is, this is going to shock people, but that's £18 at CX.
Yeah, because the film's out in cinemas. They raise the prices.
Yeah, because they raise the price because no one will fucking buy it. So that no one can buy it.
I paid $9.99 for it.
$9.99 too much.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to defend it. I actually don't mind it. I'm one of those people who actually enjoys those films. They're not top tier, but
I'm being honest. I know this is kind of a weird way to put it, but the Tom Holland trilogy, I've struggled with every film in that trilogy. But with the Venom trilogy, I've never struggled with it at all. I love Venom 1. I think it's underrated. I love Venom 2. And that's underrated. And I think Venom 3 is amazing. But
good night.
I'm hanging up the gloves and I'm retiring.
Is any of the Venom films better than No Way Home, Jamie?
You better answer this right, mate.
I'm personally going to get hate for this, but I'll take the Venom trilogy over No Way Home.
I don't even like No Way Home, and the Venom movies are fucking.
The thing is, when I first watched No Way Home, I was watching it in, I think it was
4 vodka, please.
And I watched it, and I was
double.
I couldn't sum up how I feel about it, so I watched it again, and then I think I watched it, and I'm like, and then I watched it again at cinema. So 3 times, and then I watched it again for a 4th time, and I was still mixed. And then
you must like it if you've watched it that many times, surely.
And then I rewatched it before I reviewed it, and I actually enjoyed it. But because obviously I was watching all the Spider-Man films at the cinema, I was rewatching them all at the cinema. And obviously, when it came to No Way Home, the last one, because they were showing the No Fun, the extra extended edition, and obviously I didn't watch it. I went to watch the Dark Knight trilogy instead. So obviously, I watched it at home in 4K, and even though I enjoyed it the last time I watched it, but when I rewatched it, I still really can't get into it. I think it's too much going on, and I'll take what I said as soon as I watched No Way Home at the cinema. I was in the car talking to my cinema buddy, and I just turned around and said, "Spider-Man 3 is better," and I still stand by that choice now.
Wait, the Tobin Grace one.
Yeah,
Tobin Grace.
I'm not saying No Way Home's a bad film. It's fun and entertaining, but as a whole, I'd just take the Spider-Man 3.
Oh, that's one of the best things about live streams. You get to hear all different takes.
That's the take.
So I'm in the process of doing a Spider-Man ranking, and it's done. So I'm going to rank the Spider-Man films, the Tobey Maguire, the Garfield, and the Holland trilogy. That's ranked. and then I'm gonna rank the Sony universe,
the Spunk universe, whatever it's
so
called.
I'm gonna do a separate one for that. So obviously that'll include Madam Web, Morbius, Spider-Verse 1 and 2, and I think that's it.
Morbius, oh dear.
I like Morbius.
Oh dear.
Someone's got to.
I'll run the Venom films as well. So
Yeah,
I'm going to rank them as well as a separate thing. And then I'm going to do one where I rank the whole lot in one because I want to give. I'm going to do 2 separate rankings and then I'm going to rank them all together.
Well, is this going to be on your channel, is it?
No, I'll just do a post.
Oh.
So, yeah, I am going to do a big ranking.
I mean, the only thing I can say to that, Jamie, is that I will give credence to Sony in that they've got the balls to go and do something like they've done with the Venom trilogy. Because
I love the Venom trilogy.
Well, we know that. Hang on, we know that. I'm just saying that, right? That they've got the balls to do something a bit different because you can piss off your fan base. It's nothing like the comic book. Absolutely nothing like the comic book. Right? So what you have to understand about it is that you're supposed to appease your fans. And it's and
by anything.
All I'm saying about it is I hope if they do a 4th Venom, right, that they go down a more dramatic route if Spider-Man's not involved.
Apparently,
there is something called Agent Venom.
Yeah,
Agent Venom is the creature not with Eddie Brock, and actually took over a character that had cancer and lost legs. And he grew the legs so that the person that didn't have legs could then walk and was like a secret agent. Now that's a more dramatical and better film than what you see in Venom at the moment.
But
that's
apparently,
all I'm saying.
I think Tom Hardy said that Venom was his last Venom film.
Yeah.
So
that's all I'm saying. I'm glad you enjoy it.
I don't know where they're going to go next.
You know, I mean, most of Marvel fans will say it's about time Spider-Man was in it now.
The thing is, I'm not spoiling anything, don't panic, but we do get 2 credit clips in Venom 3, and I thought one of them where Tom Holland's Spider-Man was going to appear, but no, he doesn't. That's what I thought, but it doesn't.
And you can see where Marvel are going anyway with their latest trailer, where they're showing everything that's coming out in the next pretty much 6 months. There's the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon. There's What If Season 3. They did a whole thing. Daredevil is the most interesting of the whole lot that I saw in the trailer. You know, but Venom, if that's the end of that as a trilogy, I'm happy. You know, now go in another direction. What I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm being honest. I'm not spoiling out, but the last half an hour, the last act in Venom 3 was like great. It was crazy, but I thought how they ended the film with the final scene, I thought it was perfect.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's kind of like an Easter egg, but it is. I think they did it. So obviously in The Amazing Spider-Man, Reese Ifans plays the Lizard, and then obviously he replays the Lizard again in
No Way Home.
No Way Home. And then when I was watching it with my cinema buddy, he turned around and says, "Oh, who's that guy?" Him was watching Venom 3. Like, "Oh, it's that guy from Notting Hill." And I was like, Reese Ifans. And then I thought, he's been in all these universes. So I personally think they just put Reese Ifans in Venom 3 just for like an Easter egg. And it was quite funny, actually.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed Venom, Jamie. And I'm glad that you're going to do a lot of rankings on your channel. Look forward to seeing how he ranks the Spider-Man, the Spunk, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, of course, he's got to pass it. He's got to pass it by me first to get the proper Spider-Man order. Jamie, you've got to pass it by me. Look, honest.
All that ranking would get Spunk everywhere.
Spunk.
Like the thing
S-P-U-M-K.
The thing is, I'm easily pleased when it comes to films. It's like the first Into the Spider-Man film, Into the Spider-Verse. I can't get into it.
Into the Spider-Man, that's a different film entirely.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that one.
Because I can't get into the first Spider-Verse film. We got the sequel and everyone was like, oh, it's the best comic book film. It was really hyped up and I wanted to watch it and see what the fuss was about. And I went in expecting it to be extremely hyped up.
Are we talking the cartoon?
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah. And believe it or not, it actually lived up to the hype, and I was wrong on this. And it's probably the biggest surprise I have had since Guardians 2. I was like, wow, that lived up to the hype.
Wow.
And then obviously, I love the Venom trilogy. I like Morbius. I just see it as a DC spin-off film.
What about Madam Web?
I liked Madam Web, but it's not as bad as people saying. I like Madam Web.
That's good. That's good. We ain't seen it yet.
No,
we want to see it. See how bad it is.
The one thing I'll say about the Spider-Verse film is that I think critics have the hardest job in the world of ranking that film because it's part of a trilogy and you haven't seen the third one yet. And the second one is quite long. And it has less battles and all of that sort of stuff in. But you got to remember that you're supposed to watch it as 3 films altogether. And the third one is probably going to be Battle Fest. You know what I mean? And therefore, when people were coming out and saying, oh, I give it a 9, I'm going, are you guys seriously? You can't really do this until the third film's out. Because it's like ranking Back to the Future 2 without Back to the Future 3 being out.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And most people that looked at Back to the Future 2 said, oh, that was dark. And I was going, it ended up with the third one being the most light-hearted one of the lot.
Back to the Future 3 is the weakest of the trilogy.
Do you think so?
I'd say the second one.
I'd say the second one.
Third one. Yeah.
I like the third one.
I love all 3 equally. I consider it one long film, so I don't care.
Yeah, and that's the best way to look at it, Jamie. That's what I was sort of like saying. So when someone says, oh, I saw the second one and it really surprised me, I'm going, thumbs up, because it's supposed to be a trilogy.
I saw it. They did a rerun at the cinema last week. I went to see it at the cinema. So now I've seen all 3 at the cinema. Because I saw the third one when I was about 8. And then I saw 1 on VHS and then watched 2 on VHS. And I always remember the second part was a little darker. It was a bit more violent. But I can't look at it like 3 separate films. I think it's one big story put together into 3 parts. So, but I know what you're saying. I completely agree. But part 2 is darker and a bit more violent. But it's all one story.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So, but I think it's fantastic. I think all 3 are very different. The first one is quite whimsical. It's quite funny. It's light-hearted, but it's got an edge to it. Second one is a little bit darker, a bit more violent. The third one has all the heart because you get to see these characters come full circle. They end up where they need to end up, and I think they did it. They'll see part 2, but they shot 2 and 3 back to back. So when part 2 came out,
yes, that's right. Yeah,
part 2, they were actually filming part 2 when they were editing part 3. It's very strange how they done it, but they made part.
I know. I was around when that was first coming out. So,
and so when people went to the cinema to see it, they had a trailer for part 3 immediately after part 2, and people were like, "Oh my god!" Because they didn't do it back then. He didn't have internet. He didn't have word of mouth. He did have word of mouth, but he didn't have internet and people spoiling stuff. It didn't. People saying, "Oh, make sure you stay to the end of the film." Blah 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 blah. No, it didn't have that back then. So to have that was like, oh shit, we've got part 3, and it's coming very soon. I think they released it like 6 to 8 months later or something stupid. But
yeah, it was 9. It was 9 months, and it said to be it said to be concluded, but it actually then showed the Hill Valley uplift shot, and then it went into the whole Western thing. It was great. Oh yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
and you got to remember that they were doing all of the music as well at the same time. All of that, you know.
Oh, it's such good stuff. Oh, fantastic trilogy. Probably my favorite trilogy of all time, over Star Wars.
I would say it is up there in my top trilogies. Yeah, for definite.
Can I just say one thing about Star Wars?
Go on.
No.
Yeah, we're about half hour though.
Obviously, I love Star Wars, but I always get people like, what the fuck and this and that, when I say I prefer the prequel trilogy and the Disney sequel trilogy over the original trilogy. And I think the reason why is because years ago, when my mum was alive, me and mum always used to watch Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. We watched the original trilogy loads. And obviously it was with my mum, and it was that moment of enjoyment. And the thing is, I can't get them memories back. I can't get that enjoyment back. So I think as I've grown older, I've kind of come to a love and appreciate the prequel trilogy. It's like, I've always loved the prequels. I always have, always will. I watched Phantom Menace for the anniversary recently, a few months ago. So many months ago, this year at the cinema. I thought it was amazing. I like Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith is just a masterpiece. And then obviously I started to love the prequel trilogy more, and then obviously I love the sequel trilogy. Obviously, I'm gonna get hate for this. So I think Force Awakens is the best Star Wars film ever made.
Stop it.
It is. I love it.
Stop it. It's a carbon copy of A New Hope. What the fuck?
I can see that. And then obviously Rise of Skywalker is a masterpiece, but obviously because I can't get that love back for the original trilogy and then memories back with my mum, the love for Star Wars kind of went more to the prequel trilogy and the Disney sequel trilogy. I'm not saying I don't like the original trilogy, I do, but I just kind of love the prequel and the sequel trilogy more.
Can I ask you a question? Did Rise of Skywalker make you cry, Jamie? It made us cry for how bad it was.
I kind of cried because it's like, I think the reason why
you had to ask him.
It hit me on emotional punch as well, because it's the last time we saw Carrie Fisher on the big screen.
Yeah.
So that kind of had a bit. There was quite a lot of emotional punches.
Well, would you like to see a Rey movie, Jamie?
Hooray! Yeah, I like Rey.
Yay!
There's one film I want to see more than anything.
What?
Oh no, don't.
The Crazy J movie.
Oh. There's one thing I'd like to ask you, Jamie. What's your thoughts on Jar Jar? Do you like Jar Jar Binks?
He's all right.
Oh, he's all right.
You like Jar Jar?
Yeah, I do. I'd rather we have a Jar Jar film than Rey. It'd be more interesting.
Our favourite Star Wars character ever is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor.
I got to tell you something, right? Another thing that will sell it for you to go and see Heretic, where it's called. Hugh Grant does a Jar Jar Binks impression in it.
Oh no!
Is he?
Oh wow, this is. I've got to see this now.
So this is where even in the original trilogy, I have a problem with things like Jar Jar Binks. Now, for me in the original trilogy, it went off the rails with little Ewoks.
Yeah.
Fuck off with Ewoks. So then roll on 19 years later, and you just know that when they were going to do a prequel and the Phantom Menace came out, there was a character like Jar Jar Binks, because I was going to go, take that shit out. That's the thing that's wrong with it. But it's the way George Lucas wanted to go, and I'm just going, well, I know that you're trying to bring little kids and stuff in, but you're alienating me with furry little bloody creatures going around and all this sort of shit. No, not interested.
Oh, I thought they were cute.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Baby Wookiees. Oh.
No, they weren't baby. They were
Give me a bloody lightsaber, I'll be chopping their bloody heads off and seeing if they come back or not.
Well, I think
You
in
don't
like,
like the
people
Ewoks?
the biggest issue is probably the writing. I mean, like, are you an angel?
That's all right.
That's
That's something a little kid would say.
Really? Oh, I hate
I
sand.
hate sand, yeah.
I'm
that's
just
right.
hearing a bunch of noises.
The only one issue I have with
The big
the
issue.
Disney sequel trilogy, there's only one
The
thing.
Acolyte.
Only one?
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
wanted
Okay.
J.J. Abrams to direct The Last Jedi. Because I want to see what he would have done with that.
Can we go to
film.
the comments now?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I don't think Jar Jar Abrams would have done any better.
Jar Jar Abrams?
Hang on.
Because the thing is, it's like, obviously they set this up in The Force Awakens, and then Ryan Johnson came and it was like, no, but we'll do this and this, and J.J. Abrams has to give it an ending.
Did you know that Jar Jar Binks was the original Batman?
Sorry?
I thought that was crazy, Jay.
Oh my fucking god.
What's he doing?
It's fucking me!
Yeah, I know.
Me!
I know, but you're doing Powell at the moment.
Wig. Just a wig. The Holy
I
Grail.
know.
It's
Send
me.
him a wig,
Ridley.
maybe it'll
It's
stop.
Wayne Ridley.
Oh.
Batman, do you have one of those wigs?
No.
But it's pubes that like it.
DJ brushes is.
Actually,
I
you
don't
know,
wanna know
the
what's-
way Jamie's hair's going, it does kind of like he's starting to shape it into Crazy Jay, doesn't it?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Somebody's just put Bat Jar and Robin. That's the best. That's the best line I've read all night. Bat Jar and Robin.
My favourite, I know people will agree, but my favourite thing about CJ is his laugh. It's just so iconic.
Iconic. I'm
I
just a
just
quack
love
for,
his
I'm a
laugh.
quack from Bournemouth. He goes round
Iconic
8:15
like his jaws.
I just love his laugh.
The iconography of that guy.
Yeah.
That is a great selection of stuff you watch there, Jamie, and very interesting take on the Star Wars
Interesting.
universe.
Interesting.
Huh?
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
brain
like,
it.
Hear it anywhere else? No.
it's like listening to somebody read out the encyclopedia.
Oh, and I watched CJ through the window.
I bet you did, you pervert.
Did you? Oh, did.
Lovely.
What does your T-shirt say? I heart what?
Who do you think?
CJ. Oh.
At least it doesn't say BJ. We all love that.
CJ, can I have a BJ?
On your VJ. Oh, no, that's bad. What have you been watching, Pete and Amy? What have you been watching?
What have you
Good
been?
idea,
What
isn't
have
it?
you been watching, Amy?
Well, we decided to repeat what we said on Thursday, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we
Dawn of the Dead.
We did watch Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
What did you think of that?
I enjoyed
Which
it.
one?
Rewatch.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is that the original or the remake?
That's the original.
Day of the Dead.
Oh,
Richard,
good. I was going to fry you if you said the,
Day of the
the
Dead.
Zack Snyder
Day
one.
of the Dead.
Yeah.
Day of the... But there is a remake of that as well by Tom Savini, I think.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Uh,
Tom Savini, Night of the Living Dead remake. It's good.
Oh, it's Night of the Living Dead. Why am I saying every single other? I think there is a Day of the Dead remake. I think
there is a TV series remake of it.
Yeah,
there's a film.
it wasn't very good.
When was the original Dawn of the Dead released?
78.
78.
Is it really old?
Well, it's older than you.
Well, if it's in the 70s, it might be a bit old. It's older than you, Jamie, so yeah, it would be classed as old.
I've never seen it.
That would be a good one to watch.
Yeah, it's good.
I've got the remake on Blu-ray. It's an import thing.
The remake's good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not too bad. And that's a Zack Snyder film. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
No director's cut either, is that?
Is there not?
No.
Yeah, you don't have to sit through 4 hours of slow-mo for that one, do you?
Yeah, that's slow-mo in it.
Very odd.
Yeah, doesn't look like a Zack Snyder.
There is slow-mo in it, but not as much as
No.
fucking Rebel Moon.
First time I noticed slow-mo was in 300. I thought that's very cool, but after he's done it in every single film since, it's like, oh fucking hell.
That's his gimmick.
It's like,
get through
like Rebel Moon. Like there's a scene where they're picking up like bay hails of bay, bales of hay. Sorry. And then think of Michael Bay, for Christ's sake. And then it's just slow-mo of them picking up the hay for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, what is this for? Like, what does this add?
I love Zack Snyder.
What did you think of Sucker Punch, then, Jamie?
I love Sucker Punch.
Okay.
I have some interesting takes on that one.
There was a joke there, but I wasn't going to go down there.
I have a feeling which that was going to be, but
yeah. So, Amy, did you watch anything else?
No, did I?
We watched that Generation Z.
Yeah, I didn't like just the first episode. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that was a bit shit, wasn't it?
Oh, did you watch them all?
Just watched the first episode, and that was pretty bad.
See, Josh,
that's the Boys spin-off.
I'll come under that, don't I?
I was going to say, Josh, he could tell you everything that's wrong with it, but you could say, "Oh, it's shit, wasn't it? Yeah, a load of bollocks," and that's it, done. But Josh will give you like the example for everything that's wrong with it. I didn't like the way the camera was held to the left, which should have been a bit more to the right.
It's that zombie.
Dude, it's
Channel 4,
it's my thing. I studied film for a year. It's like
I said nice things, and you call me pretentious. He just turns around and said everything that you don't like about it. You start laughing.
It's because I'm crazy, Jay. You see?
Don't start him off. Please.
That's another film, starting him off.
I don't think I've ever seen Jamie so excited.
Yeah.
He's like
to be honest, though, you do call me pretentious, but I know I am, so I kind of laugh along with it.
He's like the Energizer Bunny, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's like that monkey.
Well, no, he hasn't fallen asleep. He seems like he's got extra batteries tonight.
Yeah.
With the copper-coloured top. Go on.
Just don't stand up, Jamie. We don't want to see your boner.
No.
It'll be a mini adventure. That's completely dropped the tone.
Well,
yes, it has.
I watched Day of the Dead with you. I really enjoyed it. I thought it's the best of the trilogy. I really liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I also did watch Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fine. It's,
peak.
You know what it is. It's better than the second one. I still prefer the first one, but it's a fun time. Woman next to me in the cinema was crying her eyes out at the end.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a tear or two at the end.
I had a tear when it fucking started.
I just wondered whether she was crying. Was like, I spent 10 quid on this ticket.
I had the tear. I cried. Yeah.
Oh well, we all like what we like.
Well, the final post-credit scene was an absolute waste of time. Everybody was leaving. I thought, suckers, I'm going to watch the post-credit scene.
I didn't even stay.
The joke was on me. It was so stupid.
It was pointless.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these Marvel films now, is that they kind of just... They did that with Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming, where they were like, okay, we'll put an end credit, like a a jokey one at the end, being like, "Aha, you stayed to the end. Congrats."
Yeah.
The only one I
so they're
liked
doing it
that was a
all the
jokey
time now.
one was the one at the end of Doctor Strange Mum.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange's mum.
No, Doctor
Well, she
Strange
turned up.
Mystery Madness.
Oh right.
All right.
Doctor Strange Mom.
Doctor Strange mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, mom.
Venom 2, the mid credit scene, not the one at the end, but one in the middle. I can recreate it for you right now, and you can see how fucking pointless it is. This is the mid credit scene for Venom 3. It's not a spoiler if you haven't seen it. This is it, right? That's it. It's just some bloke going,
well, let's just say that actor in question just got paid to moan. He did.
The thing that actually surprised me about Venom 3, because obviously I think the first Venom's Venom. Wait.
What time is it?
About Venom 4? Venom, I mean?
So I know Venom 3's a 15, but I thought Venom 2 was a PG or a 12. But
with Carnage in it? With Carnage in it, you thought it was a PG?
To be fair, it does feel like a PG. It's very kid friendly.
Directed Venom, and he said they pushed, because obviously it was like a PG-13, they pushed the rating as far as they could go. But I didn't know Venom 2 was a 15.
They've all
They
been
didn't
15.
push the rating that far.
To be honest, I feel like with one or two cups, they could be 12 plus.
It was like, because Andy Serkis or whatever said they've pushed the rating as far they can go with it.
Shame they couldn't push the quality a bit better.
Yeah, can they push the quality up a bit?
Oh, wow. So before we get in the comments, do you want to promote your channel to everybody watching at home? Delboy, do you want to go first?
Thank you very much, Pete. Yeah, anybody sort of like knows me for a blog really, you know, that I do on a Sunday. But I'm more than that. It's called a retro zone for a reason. I do all the classic computers, consoles. I love my films, so I do a capsule review every now and again. At the moment, I'm waiting for a health operation I'm having done, so I'm doing more sort of like asking my friends to choose a game for me to play, which is a nice little 20-minute thing that I can do, you know, just to pass the time away. But thank you very much for anybody that subscribed. I have a ball making the videos, and everybody that watches it, I'm just grateful for. So thank you very much for that. Cheers, Pete.
Brilliant stuff, and you got a great channel as well. Yeah. What about you, Jamie? Do you want to promote your channel?
Well, if people want to watch my videos, it's cool. Thank you very much to anybody who's watching, because they watching the stream as well, because Playtendoguy is inviting me on. Thank you for that. As for my channel, it's just me being daft. I love film. Films is my thing. Always has been since I was a kid. And I basically do Blu-ray hunts on a Monday or a Tuesday, depending on which day. And then I do a couple of videos in a week sometimes, and then me pick up what I pick up in the week. Obviously, I have an alter ego called Crazy J, which is because of Jamie Batman Smith. It's just me being a prat. So I have a lot of stupid humor, but I take the films very seriously, but I like to have a bit of fun at the same time. So yeah, but yeah, if you want to watch my videos, yeah, please do. I really do appreciate anyone who watches my videos, and subscribe to all these guys as well, because they're amazing. I subscribe to them and they're fantastic. So make sure you do that.
No, your channel.
Thank you.
Fun.
Hang on, I've got to finish it off with one of yours.
Your channel is brilliant, and it always puts a smile on my face, all the videos you do. You always have a great laugh, and you've got great knowledge about films as well, Jamie.
Keep licking.
Get 1 inch deeper.
You know I love it.
What about you, Josh? Do you want to promote your channel?
Sure. Through Lens, it's a bit as it is a bit hiatus at the minute because I'm going through some things, but I talk film. Yeah, that's about it. I do want to make some films about, well, videos about music at some point, about albums. Whether I could be bothered to do that because of copyright issues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll kick you up the arse.
Yeah,
That's the hardest thing because I'd like to do soundtracks, but
yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
to all the record labels.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like freelance. I do like film reviews, roundups. I take a more comprehensive look because that's just the way my brain works.
Not pretentious at all. Not
As somebody who studied, who literally went to college and got a film diploma, it's like second nature for me. But yeah, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Don't feel like you're held against your will at gunpoint. But yeah, go ahead.
The best thing I say about your videos, Josh, your views they're not too long. So you're not hanging on for the spiel. You just get to the
No,
point.
I like making shorter videos because one, it takes a lot less time to edit because I hate editing now, and I used to love editing, but now I just think it's a pain in my ass crack. But now it's like, no, I used to like editing, but I also like the fact that viewer retention on YouTube is, well, I don't like it, but viewer retention on YouTube is extremely low. People's attention spans are like goldfish, so you kind of need to make it quick.
Yeah.
So my videos are like between like 8 minutes max. Like 8 minutes max. So
I've got to cut my blog down to 8 minutes. Shit, what am I going to do?
Just put it on.
I'm feeling good today. Goodbye. But
again,
I do have a video plan which might be about 15 minutes.
Really?
Depending.
Oh. That'd be your fault watching that. But one thing I like about your channel is, Josh, you give a good alternative take to different films that are out there. Everybody covers the blockbusters. You go for the lesser known films, and a lot of films I found out due to your recommendations.
Yeah, I don't really care about blockbusters as much. I have an affinity for smaller films because one, these directors deserve the attention, and two, they're just my taste, and I get a lot of feeling out of them. I get nothing out of watching a film with The Rock. Like I get fuck all except for boredom. So it's like, no, I don't get a rock on for that one, but I get a rock on for the smaller one. Look at you piping up. But,
have you watched American Splendor yet? No.
No.
Get on it. That's a small film. That's an independent film.
Yeah, the copy I found of it is in like 360p on this shitty website, but I'm sure I could find another one.
I thought I sent you the DVD. I'll send you the DVD then.
No, that's all good. I'll find a copy of it. It's all good. Thank you, though.
Wonderful film. Not
but I will give it a watch because I love what's his name?
Paul Giamatti. He's one of my favorites.
Holdovers is one of the best of the decade. So it's like so far at least.
Holdovers was a masterpiece.
Yes, it was.
Thank you. We agree on that.
The thing is, the whole reason I wanted to watch the Holdovers because of him. Mr. Powell. That is the you inspired me to watch that, and I thought it was an absolute masterpiece. I enjoyed every minute of it. So thank you.
That's all right.
But Paul Giamatti, I mean, he is class. I remember seeing him in the HBO thing about, I think it was called John Adams. It's about the second.
Yeah, it was John Adams,
which was absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, one of the first films I saw of his was based around a vineyard. Got what it's called now.
Sideways.
It's about a winery.
Oh, Sideways. That one's excellent.
Sideways.
Great film.
You know, but you can actually see him in some absolutely action sequence films. You know, he was in some side.
And all I remember in this is Rhino in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, he was atrocious in that. But I love Billions. I love the TV show Billions as well. I mean, it's
great.
It's just such a
Lady
great
in the
career,
Water's
really.
funny.
I love
Lady in the Water's very funny.
He's good in that.
So funny that.
Shoot 'em up. Shoot 'em up's fantastic.
Shoot 'em up with Monica Bellucci. Yeah,
that.
that's pretty good.
Oh, he gets the carrot. Oh, it's such a good film. It's so underrated. Shoot 'em up. It's one of the best action films. One of the best action films of the decade of those years.
The holdover, it's like what I was saying about holdovers. Holdovers for me is like one of these films where it's set at Christmas, but you can watch it at any point. You know?
Yeah.
It's
a Christmas, it's like Die Hard. Everybody says it's a Christmas film. I think it's an action film set at Christmas. But what do I? But
Alexander Payne himself said that, "Oh, I find the whole idea of this film being cozy nauseating," which the film is cozy though.
It is.
But where it's so consumed, there's a level of grief that it holds. Angus doesn't get to see his family. Mary's lost her kid. Paul Hunnam is just kind of you know, he's kind of stuck. So it's kind of like they find comfort in each other, but they also find a level of discomfort in their situation. So
for me, Paul Giamatti in that film, it's the facial expressions, it's the emotion, he is fantastic. There's something about him. He's one of my favorite actors. But there's a bit in the film, I remember seeing it, and I couldn't stop laughing for 10 minutes. It's just him. This kid runs amok around the college, and he breaks his leg, and he's in charge of looking after him. You just see him, this kid run off,
his arm, and
he breaks his arm. He breaks his arm, and all you can see is a close up of Paul Giamatti, and he's just that close to shitting his pants, and it's a look on his face of fear. You
said you would wipe the floors with me. It was a metaphor.
It's perfect. It's just a perfect moment. It's so funny, and I was laughing at it.
Perfect movie, dude.
But the film's great.
Movie.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. And I don't say that about today. Films are good, but they're not like the old days where they were great. And that's one film I would say it's great.
Is it John dies at the end with Giamatti?
John dies at the end. That's a spoiler already, isn't it?
Oh, something dies at the end. I think Paul Giamatti's in it or something.
Dies at the end. I can't think of it.
Never heard of it. Have you heard of it?
Rings a bell, but
It rings the bell end.
Cool, that's a big bat. Oops. So yeah, what about you, Batman? Do you want to promote your channel?
Man's the Batman Talks movies. Jamie Powell does all my editing. And I know I don't do many videos, but I am. This will be coming your way soon. Footage for my Batcave 2.0 room tour, which will be, I need to finish cleaning, and once it's all done, I'll get the video.
Dirty bastard.
Make sure you put your tissues and your hand cream away when you film it, all right?
But the thing is, when I do film it, I want to get that picture of CJ on the wall.
Oh my God.
I bet you do. That's your Tommy Tank poster, isn't it? You got Wanker's Whiplash.
So if I've got a picture of CJ in my flat, does that mean CJ's got a picture of me in my Batman outfit?
No. He's in his shed.
Did you dress up as Batman for Halloween, Jamie?
Yeah, I did. I had an amazing time.
It's all over Facebook. Bloody hell.
And I dressed up as CJ.
Yes!
Brilliant stuff. Amy, do you want to promote your Twitch channel?
Yeah, check out my Twitch channel.
Yeah, good channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm always on there.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got wonderful channels, so be good. Be good. Be sure.
Ooh, be good.
Be sure, baby. Be sure to go and subscribe to all that.
All right, Paul Giamatti and Lady in the Water.
It is, isn't it?
The links are in the description down below.
Either that or Whiplash, where it was like, what are you in a fucking a cappella concert?
What is your opinion on Whiplash?
Fantastic.
Sorry?
Whiplash.
Borderline best movie
it's
ever.
Great. It's great if you want to sue the insurance people.
Oh, it is.
Oh, we'll do yours.
it's one of the best movies ever made. Like,
it don't have drum on though.
Well,
Oh my god.
well, we come up with some ideas for some questions to ask you guys on the stream before we get into the comments.
I'm
There's only
sorry.
4, and they're quite easy questions. So, Amy, do you want
easy if you know the answer?
Well, that's more personal.
That's not a quiz question.
No, it is. It's just personal experience questions.
That's right. Yeah. There's no wrong answers.
No.
Well, maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. So, do you want to say your question?
Yeah. So my question to ask the guests today is, what's the best re-release you've seen at the cinema?
Ooh.
Re-release.
That's easy.
What is it? Batman.
Well, yeah,
the thing is, I've wanted to watch the Dark Knight trilogy on the big screen, but all the times they've shown it through COVID and lockdown, I couldn't. And because I live at Bridlington and to Hull, it's
you just
like
doxed yourself.
It's to like 45 minutes. And it's like an hour to get to Hull, and then there's the train, and then because Hull's a city, you've got to go further. But easily, hands down,
you're just giving people a whole details that they can write on the map.
You just fucking doxed yourself unintentionally.
The J.
Cool.
Well, I think The Dark Knight's good, but Batman Begins my favourite of the trilogy.
I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I'd actually say Batman Begins is my least favourite of the trilogy.
That's
not a hot
perfectly
take.
all right.
What?
There's nothing wrong with liking or not liking or whatever. It's just an opinion. Nobody's opinion is right, but it is only to themselves. Fuck what anybody else says. If
So
you
if
like
I say CJ is the best thing ever, that you got to agree with that.
Oh dear.
Well, that's something everybody can universally agree on, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But my opinion, it's Dark Knight.
That's the short answer.
Well, technically, the only thing that can beat that is the CJ movie.
Oh my god. Coming soon.
I thought you were going to be sort of like Puppy Boy excited for about an hour and then it had died down, but it's not happening, is it?
No, this is my life, mate. I get this every fucking day. I'll be going off to bed and all of a sudden I get a ping. No night, CJ. Oh god. What's CJ doing?
Well, he's going to sleep well tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, he ain't. No, he bloody ain't. He'll be messaging me every fucking hour on the hour. What's CJ up to? I don't know.
What I care about him.
It's not fucking real. It's me in a damn wig.
What?
Never mind. Just go back.
It's like, bro, don't reveal it to him. It's like telling a kid that fucking Santa's not real, isn't it?
Of course, I know
what are you on about?
Hey, CJ.
Hello.
Of course, I know it's him.
You sure?
Well, that's good. That's good.
Poor Amy. She's thought all day about what question to ask, and we've just shat all over it.
So Delboy, have you got an answer for this?
Such a hard one because.
Yeah,
I know.
Wow.
Mrs. I think I'm going to go with Once Upon a Time in the West.
Ooh.
But it could have easily have been Blade Runner. Could have easily have been Blade Runner because the first time I saw Blade Runner, I saw it in a city near where I am. It was Oxford, and it was a terrible projectionist, projector. It was a rundown cinema. I'm sure it was all speckly and horrible. Years later, I saw it. I think when the new Blade Runner came out, and it was a pristine copy. I mean, it was clear as a pin, and I went, "Wow!" But yeah, I'm going to go with Once Upon a Time in the West. It was the restoration feature. It was about a year ago. It was great. I've actually even seen Star Trek the Motion Picture, the director's version of the pictures.
Ooh.
And that was brilliant because that had all the effects all filled in. It was sort of, for me, that film was finally, I've seen the complete film, because if anybody knows Star Trek the Motion Picture, they will know that it was released, not finished.
That's
And
right.
it didn't get finished even for 20 years afterwards. You know, Bob Wise wouldn't even put his name to it. You know, they asked him to go back, and he said, you know, finally I can put my name to this. But then to go back and do a 4K, and they've actually even done more to it again. And I saw that at the pictures, and I went, I can finally put it to rest now. I've seen it, and I've seen it at the pictures as well in that state, not just at home. So I'm going to go with Once Upon a Time in the West. Thanks very much, and move on to JP.
Right.
Yay!
Hey. Well,
yeah.
Is it me? Is my turn?
Yeah, it's you.
I don't. It's not the Jamie Powell show. I don't want to take over. I have a few. There's been some that meant a lot. There's one major one comes to mind. The few honourable mentions would be the Monster Squad. I've always loved that movie. And they had a showing of that in Boscombe. It's near Bournemouth. It's not too far. I also saw a rerun of Labyrinth. I went to a charity screening. That was really good. That was for cancer research, and that was really good. Really enjoyed seeing it on the big screen. It was Katie's first time seeing it as well. I went to see. Oh, what else did I go and see? The Goonies. Saw the Goonies at a rerun. That was fantastic. And last week, the week before, I saw Back to the Future 2. But the best one is Back to the Future Part 1. I hadn't seen it at the cinema before. I saw the first one I saw was the third one, but they were shown, their cinema was closing in Bournemouth on Westover Road at the ABC. So they had a choice of 5 films, and the film that everybody picked was Back to the Future. And that night they had the whole cinema done up like it was in the 80s. So because they picked that film, they got all the trailers that were originally shown before the film officially. They had all the posters up around the cinema of the films that were coming soon of the same year. And they had like flyers, and there was popcorn and sweets and stuff on every single chair. So everybody got free popcorn and drinks. And there was like previews, there was the news, it was like the old time cinema, and they'd done it up for this one night to close. And Back to the Future on the big screen, full of people that loved the film. So there's people who could quote the film like I could, watching this film together, and it was just wonderful. The whole experience. They had the DeLorean out the front as well. They had the news there. There were people reporting about it. It was a really special night. I got a photo of me with the DeLorean outside the cinema, and it's still. Wow. And it's just, it was. I got interviewed on the news. Why have you come to the screen? I said I talked about it on the TV. I don't think it ever got shown, but it was just such a wonderful night. I think the experience helps with films sometimes. You can go see a film that's quite good, but if you have a really great experience, it enhances the memories of that film. But I mean, Back to the Future is a classic anyway. But as for best cinema experience, that was for me the best one, and my favourite film to have seen again at the cinema, even though I've not seen it officially. But if I was to go see a film I've already seen twice, that's quite tricky, because I always think you've seen it once at the cinema, you don't need to go again. But sometimes it's nice to revisit. But that's what I would say. My favourite rerun was, sorry, I've gone on for too long, Back to the Future. Actually, in comparison to J.D. Batman Smith, that's only half the time, so it's pretty good.
You know what? I don't think my cinema has actually shown Back to the Future at the cinema again since its original release. So I saw it at one of those secret cinemas, you know, where they project, where they project it on the side of a building or something, somewhere in the stick somewhere. But I haven't seen that as a rerun in a cinema since it was, and I saw it originally when it came out. You know that I'm that old. I am that old, so you know. I mean,
back in my day,
when sound was around.
One question. So,
how long is it though?
Jamie Powell lent me the Halloween trilogy. It's got Halloween 2018, Kills and Ends, all edited.
Oh, the ultimate cut. I got a cut of all 3
edited to one cut. would they actually do that with Back to the Future? All 3 films edited.
They have done it. A mate of mine, he makes edits of films and put them all together. So he's done one for Visual Star Wars. He's done one for The Dark Knight. He's done one for Back to the Future.
Oh, how do you get him?
I have to talk to him.
I want the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh fuck! What have I done?
Oh,
But I don't get too mixed. The shipping from America is unbelievable now. It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping they're going to re-release next year because they got the 4K coming out next year of the original 1919 Ninja Turtle movie, which is my favourite film of all time. Don't judge me on it; it just is. But I'm hoping they're going to put that back in cinemas next year. I really hope they do. I know they've got a 4K plan. They're interviewing people, all the cast and that, but I really hope.
What's the anniversary date of the first Teenage
35th anniversary.
So, right, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, they always do it around numbers, like 35, 40, 45.
That's why I was thinking, because I can't remember from my steelbook whether it was the 35th or not.
That would have been the 30th one. I got that one. It's on my shelf somewhere. That's weird, though, because they've got the Earth in the air, haven't they? It's weird.
Yeah.
Perfect trilogy you can get, and you can get it all edited for him. The Brave Little Toaster trilogy.
There's 4 films.
Oh, 4 and even better.
No, it's not.
4 films of them. Wow.
Yeah, do you know?
No, I just thought it was one little toaster. I didn't know there was 4 of them.
There's 4 of the fuckers.
It must have been a big success. That's all I can say.
It's bloody awful. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. It's like me, myself, and Irene, isn't it? What are you still doing here? I don't know. Oh God.
So
you're just continuing this now, JP.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
So what about you, Josh? What's the best re-release you've seen at a cinema?
I actually haven't seen a re-release in a cinema. I was going to go see Predator in cinema, and then my phone was about to die, so I had to leave.
Blame the buses.
So, yeah. Fuck the buses. Fuck them. But yeah.
Was that the next Hammer film? Was Fuck the Buses? It was Holiday on the Buses. Then it was buses.
Ting ting.
No, but like.
So what about you, Andy? What was the best
I tend to want to go see newer films in cinema.
I'm surprised, actually, Josh, you haven't seen like the 3 Colours films twice or something.
I've got them on 4K, so it's kind of one of those things.
I remember seeing that at the cinema, and I did see a re-release, and then I bought the 4Ks. So
yeah, I think that for me, it's like if I can watch it at home, I will, because one, it would save money and save my anxiety going out and stuff like that. So, it's a matter of like, again, if I can watch it at home, I will. So with Predator, I was like, do I actually want to go see it? So it was kind of a blessing that my phone died because it was on Disney Plus at the same time, so I could just watch it at home. So it's one of those things, but I can really see why. I could see why people really love going to see re-releases. My brother's been doing all the Star Wars films.
Nice.
Because he's Star Wars nut. He's got all the books.
I was just sure that you'd been to a festival or something and seen a film again.
I want to go to BFI London Film Festival, but last year I did book a ticket for Zone of Interest. And then train strikes happened, so I gave it to someone I know. And what did he do? He got to meet Jonathan Glazer, who directed the film. So I was pissed.
Okay.
Amy has these questions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an interesting question.
Oh God.
So obviously,
hold your breath, people.
Oh, bug me! He's getting ready to perform it.
Who's got COVID?
Of the decade, it's not every year. Don't panic. It's only going to be so. Obviously, the best film from 2000 to 2010 For me, it's The Dark Knight. The best film from 2010 to 2020
Is Rise of Skywalker.
Is no Inception.
I thought you were going to say Venom.
And then from 2020 to 2030, so far, people are going to be like, what the fuck? So far, for me, in next year, it'd be 5 years. And so far, the best film of this past 10 years so far is
Get to the fucking point.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm saying the Dark Knight would be so much better if they just gave him a torch.
There she is. I don't want to see Batman's torch.
I don't want to see where he keeps it. Right.
No, I can't. I'm not saying it.
That's very,
what was the fucking question?
Yeah.
So, what's your favourite film of the decade from 2000 to 2010, and then from
2010 to 2020?
2020, and then 2030?
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I'd have to look into that.
I might be easy.
Snyder Cut for me.
Well, mine would be Lost in Translation for 2000 to 2010.
Fucking good film.
For 2010 to 2020 would be Your Name, and that was the film I was going to say was the re-release, my favourite. Although I hadn't seen it before the re-release, so. And then my favourite film of this decade is probably Godzilla -1, because I haven't seen that many films this decade, but it's my favourite. Yeah,
that's a good film though.
Let's have a look, see what mine would be.
2000s Mulholland Drive. 2010s. Let me have a look.
Fucking hell, that's a question.
2010s might be Columbus? No, Waves. And then 2020s so far is probably... This is difficult, man. Either Dune Part 2 or After Sun. Yeah, it's got to be After Sun, isn't it?
That's a really hard question, though. I mean...
Yeah, I'm going through my notes.
I mean, for me to go back to the 2000s, I'd probably say, hey, I'll tell you what. I started off that decade with a bloody good film, and that was Gladiator. And then I have trouble thinking about what were all the other films between that and I can't think.
The 2000s,
yeah,
Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, good, yeah.
2010s, Blade Runner 2049.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I'd probably go with that.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and 2020s, I'll probably just go with something the one that I watched the most that come out in the 2020s, and that's Top Gun Maverick, just for how fun it is.
Yeah, I like that film. Yeah, I forgot about that film.
Well, we got to remember that COVID took up a big chunk of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go with Blade Runner for the 2010 to 2020 as well.
2049 is an absolute masterpiece.
That we can agree on.
So is Venom, though.
Oh, dear.
That word masterpiece. If I was
hype.
I don't know. I can't think of. I think there's so many films that I've really loved, but I find it difficult finding films these days that I would watch, like I would call like a classic. But for like 2000 to 2010, was it, or was it 2010 to 2020? I don't know. 2000 to 2010.
To 2010, 2010 to 2020, and then 2020 to
So best film of each decade, basically.
Yeah.
So what year did Truman Show come out?
90s.
That was,
I think that's 90.
98, I think,
Oh,
97.
Okay.
So
That'd be the best of 90s then, Truman Show. My favourite, I don't think it's not the best film of the last 10 years, but my favourite film of the last 10 years would be Ghostbusters Afterlife. I know that's a bad opinion, but I don't care. I absolutely love that movie.
It's no bad opinions.
Yeah,
And
Except for Venom being a masterpiece, of course. Like,
wow. Yeah, moving on. I don't know. God, I'll say from 2010 to 2020, It Part 1. I really like that.
Yeah.
mhm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll go It Part 1 for that, and I'll go Ghostbusters Afterlife. And for this decade, ooh, that's a itchy bollock, that is.
Cheers, answer.
See, oh God, why has everything got to come back to him?
Look what you started.
I know. I really like Wild Robot as a recent one, but
Oh, that one's excellent.
that was just something special about it. It's quite generic in a way, but it's just so beautifully done.
I've heard a lot of people say that's really good.
I think that's. I'd have to go over the last few years, but yeah. What's Ghostbusters Afterlife in 20? So I think it might have been.
That was 2020.
20, yeah.
Ghostbusters Afterlife was 2021, November 2021.
Oh, no. Go Ghostbusters Afterlife and then It. There you go. They're my two.
Great one.
I thought Afterlife was okay. It was just a bit of a saccharine ending. That was all.
I thought.
Otherwise, I enjoyed it.
I cried at the ending.
I did.
Yeah, so did I.
I was sat in the cinema, and it was the music and how everything just. Okay, Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it without the spoilers of it? When a certain character comes back, I was not expecting that character to come back.
Spoilers for a film that is 3 years old, guys.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just that moment, and the music stopped, and you just saw the hand on helping the girl. It was like, oh my God!
Actually, that 10-minute suite at the end is actually really, really nice.
Yeah,
and I think it's very poignant. And I thouut the actual bringing back of that character was great. It's just it did come across very sweet. That's all I'm getting at. There was this harsh, oh my God, action sequence, all of this sort of stuff going on, and then all of a sudden it stopped and it turned into a 5-minute.
But that's what I like.
Poignant thing, but it's just I thought it was a bit sweet,
I don't like the ethics behind that scene personally.
But I did think it needed to be there. Don't get me wrong, and even I was going, oh my God, oh no, because I mean, remember I saw Ghostbusters when in 1984, so. I was there, and it was like I was 15 and played the computer game on the Commodore 64. I mean, I've done everything Ghostbusters. It was brilliant. So I'm never going to sort of like really slag them off, any of them. But I'm just saying at the end of that, it was about
the Ghostbusters female one this week.
Terrible.
The Ghostbusters female one. You watched that this week, didn't
Bloody
you?
Awful. Yeah.
You don't want to say that in front of
that's my least one. That one.
Have you watched the director's cut of Ghostbusters Answer the Call?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The director's cut is better than the theatrical cut. In my opinion. I actually don't have a problem with the female Ghostbusters. I know that's a very bad opinion, but I think it gets a lot of hate. I don't think it's great. I think the humor is too forced, but I think the film has got some good elements to it. But it isn't a great film. It's not. The biggest problem with that is it shouldn't have been called a remake. It should have been an alternative universe. So instead of them saying this is a female remake, they should have gone down.
Oh yeah, but think about it for a minute. When you've got Thor playing a secretary and it's all. There.
Yeah, I know it's bad. I mean,
there's one thing about bringing the characters and saying, "Hey, the male leads are now women," but then to have that male turn into a female lead and act like that, it was no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You could have a male. You could have a male as a secretary. I don't care, but to actually camp that up like that, it was no.
This is gonna shock a lot of people.
No, it's not with you. It ain't.
But Ghostbusters, the female one, it's not the worst Ghostbusters film.
Bloody well it is.
Oh, fuck off.
What is the worst one then, Jamie?
That's it. I'm going. I can't take it. Fuck off. No.
Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters.
I don't get
I would take Pink Blancmange over the women's version.
I'm not saying it's a bad film, but I just think two.
Yes, it fucking is.
It's a bit like Edge of Tomorrow.
I just think two's the weakest.
Ghostbusters because people got confused.
I can see us getting to the comments about midnight.
He's happy.
Ghostbusters female one's the best one. Melissa McCarthy falls on her ass more times than I do.
He laughed without even opening his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, DJ.
Hello. Anybody who's just tuned in, don't tune off. I'll be going in a minute. I gotta go have a wank, so make it quick.
Yeah. Can you make it 30 seconds, not a minute?
Oh, I don't know. Depends what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna go play with my Yorkie.
Did you say yours, Josh, about your favourite film of the decades or not?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he did say
2000s Mulholland Drive.
Oh,
yeah, Mulholland Drive. What a film.
Still haven't seen that.
Jamie's reactions like,
I didn't like it.
It might
It's
be
a
my
good
favourite
film,
film of all
so I
time
don't
now. Not gonna lie. Might be.
What?
That's alright.
If you like it, that's all that matters, isn't it?
2010s Waves and then 2020s After Sun, possibly.
Waves.
Or either that or Dune Part 2 for 2020.
Ooh, very nice.
Great stuff. So
This is surreal, isn't it?
yours.
You telling me?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm stuck in the middle of this shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll do one of my questions.
Oh yeah, do one of your questions.
And then
on,
we'll
Pete.
get into the questions.
10
Yeah.
inches.
Do you think cinemas show too many ads before the actual film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very quick answers there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
hell. JV Smith would have had half hour on that usually.
I don't think anyone's going to ask for more ads.
Basically,
I don't know. I've seen people say that. Oh, I quite like the ads.
They used to be better than they are now.
Well, yeah, most of the adverts are just like
Wait,
gambling. ones.
about ads, the
here we
only
fucking go.
good thing about the advert, so if you're like running a few minutes late, you're about 5 to 10 minutes late, and the adverts are running and you're late, you're only going to miss a few adverts. So the adverts in a way is kind of a bit of a bonus if you're running a bit late, or you know what I mean.
That's true.
But,
That's kind of good.
Yeah, that's true because
sorry.
you can
It's
go,
a
Jamie.
fucking pain in the arse if these cunts come in late when the film starts.
No.
You sat there in your seat with your poppycorn and your fucking drinks, all ready for the film, and here comes dickhead, twat face, and bitch waffle. They still go, excuse me, can I just get past? Fuck off! I'm trying to have a peaceful evening watching Thomas the Tank the movie. Piss off. Poor little Jim.
Tommy Tank.
Small. Some woman come in. He was running all over the place, and then the bloke.
I don't know what movie cinema you go to. I mean, I'll make that more controversial by saying I wish every trailer was a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
I'm fed up of seeing. I'm fed up of seeing all the best bits and then not needing to go to see the film anymore.
One of the best examples of a teaser trailer is for The Brutalist, which just released. That trailer is unbelievable. It's like,
what's it called?
The Brutalist. This film is like a 3.5-hour American epic about some about a German guy who comes over from Germany, I guess, to create.
Well, it won't be fucking China. Who's in it?
Adrian Brody.
Oh, he's good. the pianist.
Yeah, it comes out at the end of the year, I think. And the teaser trailer for that film is just unbelievable because it's literally just shots with graphics
Take
of
that bloody wig
the
off.
actors.
No, keep it on. Lovely.
He's got a fucking raging boner for the looks of things. His face.
Oh, I have.
Look at him. No, Jamie has. Look at him.
Oh, Jamie. Oh, I'm gonna do my pubes now. That's
Jamie's all bricked.
Oh,
He's all bricked up.
nice.
Oh.
That's why he can't keep still.
He's trying to move it down. He's like, get down there.
Get down on it.
Get down, Shep.
Get down
Get
on
down,
it.
Shep.
You know what he's gonna do later, don't you? He's gonna tickle his waffle.
Blue waffle.
Oh no! Oh no!
Back to the question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When it comes to like adverts for films, I do like it when they're in IMAX because sort of some of the trailers are not in IMAX and then it expands up and then you get the IMAX trailers with the audio and stuff.
Right.
I had that with Gladiator and had that with a few others recently, and that was good.
Oh, good stuff.
Have we all been to an IMAX cinema, a proper one?
No, never.
I've just been to a regular IMAX. Actually, I've been to Leicester Square one.
Yeah, I went to the one that Movie Guy talks about. I saw the Oppenheimer there.
Is that BFI South Bank?
I see Oppenheimer, but not an IMAX.
That was a bit of a letdown. The ending, the explosion. I've done more explosions in my pants. But Jamie's been to see some. Fucking hell, Jamie!
He's breaking character. He's had enough.
I can't cope. Jamie Powell. He went and saw in Southampton IMAX. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol when he goes outside the building with the suckers, and Gravity. You saw that in IMAX 3D.
Gravity, yeah,
Gravity.
Brilliant.
Yes. Fucking hell, she span round fucking for hours, didn't she?
Decent film, Gravity.
It's all right, yeah. I didn't mind it. Sandra Bullock's the bitch, I tell you. She's fucking fit. Bullock can lick my bollock. That's all I'll say. Oh. It's like surround sound, isn't it? This is like Twats Are Us.
What did somebody say to me the other day? Sandra Bullock in Gravity, is that when she's 80 and hasn't got a bra on?
Well, her titties hit her tobies.
No, it'll be like The Substance. They'll be down there, won't they?
Oh, yeah. Put their earrings on.
Right.
Oh, this has been the best stream ever.
Yeah.
No, hasn't you been here? Fuck's sake.
I can tell it is because he's been awake the whole time.
I know, that's coffee he's drinking there with Viagra. I put Viagra in my eyes, makes me look hard. I've been getting me constipation pills and Viagra mixed up. I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Here's a joke for you, CJ.
Oh. Go on, let's see if
Where's Peter Pan's favourite place to eat out?
Wendy's.
Yeah.
You did that last week.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I could do that. Like,
It's not even.
You know when you have severe lapses in your judgment.
Well, this chap was in a revolving door for all day.
Yeah.
He was going around in circles.
It's just a statement.
No, but there's
There we go.
two automatic doors. They open like that. You could say they got a split personality.
Yeah, you could, couldn't you? That's really good.
You laughed.
I did laugh. Yeah.
It must be the vodka.
Yeah, I think so.
He's gone to bed. He's doing the editing.
Him.
We've got to keep viewers watching this. You know, we can't put them off for too long.
Yeah, viewer
He's had
retention's
his
at an
moment.
all-time low on this fucking channel.
Well, to be fair, when Crazy J popped up, it all went up, and it weren't Jamie; it was the viewers as well.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey!
Oh, dude.
Why do I feel the need to apologise? I'm so sorry.
So we've got
See,
Marvel.
it's the best thing ever.
An hour
No,
and
bloody
44
good
minutes
now,
already.
JP. Bloody saying sorry now. Should have said that an hour ago.
We've got an hour and 44 in, and we're on our first comment. So, hey, Marvel
Good
fan.
night, everyone.
Hi, how are you all? We're doing good.
Heyo.
We've got
Hello.
Gary saying hi to Marvel fan. We've got Danny here saying hi. How are you? I'm good.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Danny.
We've got Sai saying hola amigos.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hola, Sai.
Hello.
What one?
Hey.
Sai went to see the Heimrich maneuver last night. The first hour was pretty good. The final act doesn't stick the landing, but Hugh Grant is really good in it. One of his best performances.
Huge grunt.
Yeah.
I really want to see it. I find films, well, specifically films about religion, very interesting. Especially when they try and make it out to be horrific. So I kind of want to see that really bad. I've heard it's excellent.
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it.
I want to see it because I do like Hugh Grant. I think he's definitely having a
You
great.
said Hugh Grant then.
Huge
All-round
grunt.
Huge Grant. He's got a great renaissance just lately. He's
He
been in
has,
some
yeah.
really good stuff from
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dildos to Paddington too.
Did you
Yeah.
say dildos?
Dungeons and Dragons.
I think you did say dildo.
That's
it was
the
also
film.
Leave your personal
It was
life out
also-
of this one.
it was also
I
the
was,
Oompa Loompa
I
in
was, I was
Lincoln.
sure somebody was going to do a joke then about religion and the missionary,
Oh,
and then coming out with some porn reference.
All that his.
Oh, the missionary edition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He was in
Thanks
the
for
Man
stating.
from Uncle prior to it. He had a small role in
Oh.
that, and he was pretty good in that.
But Paddington was. the
Paddington
favourite.
really
Gentleman?
put him on
It
the
was in A
map.
Gentleman.
Yeah, he's good in The Gentleman.
Oh, I still haven't seen
He
The
plays a
Gentleman.
bit of a cockney.
Is he in the TV show as well or not?
I
No,
don't think he is.
No.
no, it's not.
So, would you like to go and see The Heretic?
Fine. I don't know.
Well,
I think you could watch it on streaming. It's nothing big. It's a little
You're
film.
waiting a while.
But yeah, it's worth a watch. But I don't think you need to see it at cinema. It's not one of those big epic ones. But
well, it's more fun than watching a film called Exorcist to The Heretic.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ,
yeah, it's better than that.
Oh, that is real bad.
Whoa.
Oh no!
We've got Ryan here saying, let's get
hello.
picking movies.
Hi,
Saying, hey
Ryan.
everyone, how's everybody
Hello, Ryan.
doing? Hey Ryan, hope
You
you're doing
probably
well,
disappeared, but hello.
mate. Thanks for joining. And he says the stream sponsored by CapCut.
Yeah.
I really need to edit that out.
But you won't, so you can say it. Gives you something.
Sponsored
to
by
say.
Yeah,
Cap.
yeah.
What is CapCut?
I don't know the app that I use to edit
An
my
editing
video.
software.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We've got Slay reviews saying evening legends.
Hey,
Evening
Van.
Legends.
Hello, Vander.
Hey, Spider-Man.
We've got Sorry saying hi to
What are
Ryan.
you
We've
talking to me for? I'm here.
No, but Slayer.
There's only one Spider-Man. The one who's been watching it for 40 plus years, not 20.
Oh. Psst, psst.
So we've got Gregor John here saying hi, May. And he
Hey,
says, Batman is here.
Hey, Batman is here. Amazing. I bet the Hulk has the best wanks.
So lost his dog on Tuesday. Oh,
Oh.
I'm ever so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
They're part of the family, aren't they? Pets.
I hope things are better for you, Si.
Yeah. You take care, mate. Sorry to hear that. We got RH Media here saying
Richard.
hello. Hey, Richard. Thanks for joining. I'm currently going through the Saw films. What's everyone's favourite Saw film?
Great question.
It is, because we went through all the Saw films
Yeah.
this time last year. We had a lot
Yeah.
of fun with it. My first time watching them, easily my favourite horror series.
Wow.
Yeah, I think,
Really? Better than Friday?
yeah, I like all of them,
When you
but
think about Jason X? And
I like them all
good,
by
great
Jigsaw.
ones,
I like them all by
Yeah.
Jigsaw.
They're all good, aren't they? I think.
Obviously, the best one's the original Saw, but Saw 6 is really good.
Is that the one with the Russian roulette one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really good.
that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you, Amy? What's your favourite Saw?
That's
Coleslaw.
maybe
Sorry.
the sixth one. Yeah, I like the first one. I don't know, maybe the first one probably.
Well, the first one's the
it's
best
pretty
one,
obvious.
but
to say.
like the next one out of the list, what would be your?
It'll be the sixth one. Yeah, I think we're both on in alignment.
Yeah,
on that one.
and the 10th one's pretty good as well.
Yeah, the 10th one's good.
Yeah, so that was a big surprise.
Yeah.
What about you, Delboy?
Oh, I'll never forget the first one. I mean, that first 20 minutes is just like shock. You know, when you first go to the cinema and you see that, you go, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." You know, I mean, it's just one of the all-time great openings, I think. The others are much about the same, really. I think of the prequel ones, is it Spiral? Is that one of the prequels? That one,
Chris, I got Rock.
You know, that one is, you know, okay as a prequel, but I do remember seeing Saw 10, and I did like that. So I will say 1 for definite, 10 for definite, and Spiral probably is the better of the prequel ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't 10 a prequel?
10 is set between 1 and 2 now.
Oh, right. It's in
like
between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
get quite political, don't they? They talk about like the medical. American
they
medical.
do. They get very political.
So, Jamie, what's your favourite Saw film?
I would say the first one. I like Saw 2. I think that's quite good. And I like Saw X because...
Did you say Saw Tooth?
No, I got like key. No, Saw 2. I got Saw Tooth. I go into the appointment at 2:30. No, Saw 10, the most recent one. The best thing about it was how they flipped it where you were on the side of John Kramer. Yeah. That was the best thing about it. Thought the ending was a bit too far-fetched, but then again, this is a Saw film. I do find after like Saw 3, between 3 and 6, 7, they're all the same. It's just nothing for me. I think they're all right. There's nothing wrong with them, but I just find them all very samey, and I felt like the novelty wore off a bit. But I think 1's the best. I like 2 and I like 10. The rest of them are sort of just, they're all right. They're okay. So yeah, 1's my favourite. And I have to say, I had the first one ruined for me. I watched it with my mum because she was mad on horror. And my mum was good at predicting twists. And she said the twist, I'm not going to say it in case there's people who ain't watched it for some reason. The twist obviously the twist to it, she said, that's that. I was like, no. And right at the end, it bloody happened. I thought, you bloody cow. But yeah. and she predicted Sixth Sense as well. First 10 minutes, she said, I bet he's... I thought, what? And right at the end, that's what you... I never watched horror films with my mum after that. Because she kept telling me all the twists before she even seen it. So, yeah, there we go. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say, I saw 1, I haven't seen the other 9.
Seen Saw, Marjorie Door.
Saw 1.
Yeah. I got a Saw 1. I've been sat
I
down.
do like the ending to 4. That's really good, though.
I got to go for a piss. Yeah. I'll see you in a minute.
You know, the funny thing is that Saw 10 leaves me with a similar feeling at the end as Saltburn. Is it Saltburn?
Oh, no.
Like, that's a bit convenient, sort of.
Well, to be honest, a lot of these Saw films are convenient.
Yeah, obviously.
Just like it's magically they're at the right place at the right time.
You could easily drug, you shouldn't do it, but you could easily drug someone, drag them to a trap, and then.
You shouldn't do it, but it's easy.
No, we don't condone that on Playtendoguy.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I mean, like,
we know some channels who do.
Well,
we're not going to mention them.
No.
But like, yeah, that ending was like a lot of things had to, and they don't really explain how.
Yeah. It's like we saw 10.
Are we spoiling the end again?
What?
Because we got told we spoiled the end and.
I don't think we spoiled the end in Saw 10.
No,
not at all. But it's some pretty gnarly stuff in the 10th one, isn't there? Yeah. Some people who didn't even deserve it.
Yeah, we get that a lot. None of them deserve it, though.
No, but one of them's like quite a nice person who didn't do nothing wrong.
But all it is like, you're too lazy, so we're going to put you in a trap where you strapped to a bed and have a saw like cut you in half.
That's
It's
the
like,
thing with these Saw films is that Jigsaw works on just pure spite and jealousy for humans.
yeah,
That's the thing. It's kind of fun.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
They're not to be taken seriously.
it's kind of funny. It's like in the second one, oh, I don't like you because you did X and Y, and you just laugh at it, and you're like, is that it? Is that why you're killing this guy? Just because he
Yeah,
he had an
you picked
Android
your
phone?
nose in 1995, so I'm going to split your head open. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
you
value
can't
your
help
life.
but laugh at it.
So, which one's your favourite, and Josh?
Second.
The second one.
Second, okay.
I think the second one's just silly shit. Like with the whole the whole person in that crate, and then he just disappears. Also, Donnie Wahlberg's performance is so bad, it's funny.
Yeah.
The third one becomes this sort of romantic drama between Kramer and these two women, and it's just lame. I didn't watch the fourth one, but the second one is probably the best one. I'm not a fan of the first one, to be honest with you. I'm not really a fan of the Saw films, but the second one is my favorite one.
Right.
I mean, it's got a number of sequels. So, would you say the second one then is the reason why it's of its longevity, or would you say the first one is?
I think
or which one do you think? Which one do you think is responsible for its longevity?
The first one and their super cheap budgets.
The first one, none of the others.
Because they're literally made on like thumbtacks money. So
yeah,
it's like you can make 100 of them, and you can make 100 of them, and you won't lose your money.
No, that's true. So, what about you, Batman? I know you're a big Saw fan because you've seen Ring My Bell. I mean, Tobin Bell.
People that was my favourite horror film ever.
Yeah.
My favourite horror franchise ever.
Oh, that's good. So we got Slipknot fan here saying hey. Sorry says Saw 1 and 10 are his favourites. Great stuff.
I do want to see number 10. I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
10 was it 10 that came out during COVID?
But the thing is, even Saw's my favourite horror film ever. It is not the best in the franchise.
Which one is?
Correct.
So it's not your favourite horror film ever, then, is it? If there's one better than that.
Favourite horror film ever.
What's your least favourite Saw, Jamie?
6.
Wow.
I think the two Saw films that don't really hold up now is Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter.
I quite enjoyed Final Chapter.
I feel like after when we got them two, they were kind of a bit of a downer. But the thing is, Jigsaw put the franchise back on track again, and I think Jigsaw is great. I love Jigsaw.
My biggest issue with Jigsaw is that it's too slick, it's too polished.
I think Jigsaw put the franchise back on track, and then obviously Jigsaw, it made you care and appreciate about John Kramer's character. It made you feel for him as a character.
I can't do 2,000-piece Jigsaw. It's bloody terrible.
You puzzle?
Yeah.
But Saw X is by far the best. I love Saw X.
What did you speak to Taco Bell? What did you say to him?
Taco Bell?
I only had a few minutes, but I was like, Saw's my favourite horror film ever. You're my horror icon. And it was just... and recently, Saw's has its 20th anniversary. It's just had its 20th anniversary.
Did you see the little lad, whatever his name is, Jimmy, on the little bike?
Oh, Jimmy.
No.
The little puppet, whatever he's called.
Billy.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Mr. Beast.
The thing is, obviously, when obviously they're doing Saw X 1, the Saw 11, and I think they should make the last one.
Yeah, I think Saw X1 should be the last one.
I like the credit clip. I'm not spoiling anything, but the credit clip in Saw X was so good.
Well, that was really good for me because I'd only ever seen the original Saw, and I was like, "Who the heck? What the heck's going on here?" So it pretty much just told me
Who the heck? What the heck?
You went into wait. So you're telling me you went into a 10-film franchise with only watching the best one?
Yeah, I'm not the brightest spark in the box.
Oh, what? Because the thing is, I'm not spoiling anything. If you watch all the other Saw films, you'll know who that character is.
Well, yeah, I thought because it was a prequel, it wouldn't matter so much, but obviously
it doesn't matter because they're all different and there's twists and turns that tie in with the timeline. You need to watch them all.
Oh, there's people in the cinema when that scene came up and they were going, "Wow, wow, wow!" I was like, "What the heck's going on?"
The franchise.
And then when whatever happens pops up later on in the films, I was like, "Oh well, that's sport."
Are you a paid promotion, Jamie? You got to go and watch all 10. You can't watch anything more than 10. You must be
like a walking billboard.
Isn't that 5? Is it? It's 5. Which ones would the glass?
Like he's endorsed by Kramer himself.
Which one? Which one?
The one with the glass coffin.
I think that's 5.
Right. Okay.
That's not too bad.
I like that one. Yeah.
We've got the viewer Drew saying, "Hey everybody, what's up?" Hey Drew.
Hey, Drew.
Hello.
He said, "Bad news. I saw Madam Web and it was absolute garbage. Definitely the worst
Bad
movie
news.
of
I saw Madam
2024."
Web.
I'll be right back.
That's an excellent sentence.
We really want to see it, don't we? To see how bad it is. Yeah, I forked out for Morbius on 4K, and it's the best looking 4K ever. It's a shame about the film.
Yeah, shame about the film. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the worst film of 2024. But I'll go with Josh on that. Whether he thinks that is the worst film of 2024. Is there a worse film than Madam Web?
Yes, there is.
Yes,
well, I was going to say. I think that's a pretty harsh thing to say, but it's not. But I wouldn't say it's far off, but it's a bit harsh.
There's worse. There's worse.
To be honest, Madam Web isn't as bad as people are making it out to be.
Yes, it is.
You want people to subscribe to your channel, don't you, Jamie?
No. Subscribe to Mr. Powell.
Yeah, rename your channel the shit films that are great.
The Batman talks shit movies.
Hey! No, the brave little toaster shit.
The worst film I've seen this year, and it is awful and all counts. It's not even bad, like good in a bad way. It's called The Mousetrap.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It's fucking awful. I when I did a review, I just ranted rather than did a review of it. It was so bad. It's a Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah, that one.
Mickey Mouse thing. Oh, Steamboat Willie.
I think that Lisa Loves didn't like the purple crayon or something.
Harry and the Purple Crayon. Zachary Levi.
Mr. Trump supporter Zachary Levi.
What?
He's not, is he?
Yeah, he's a Trump supporter. He's basically, his whole career now is endorsing Trump because his movies keep failing. And he's like, "Oh, vote for Trump if you like my movies." No one's voting for Trump. So his plans backfired. But for me, it's like a two-way tie between Argyle and Back to Black for worst of the year.
Is that the Amy Winehouse one? Oh, I enjoyed that.
I did.
That film gives me fucking... That makes my brain itch, that film. Yeah, it's so... Ugh.
Give it a scratch.
Painful.
Look what happened to my hair.
No, I mean... It's hard to explain. It feels like... I don't like the ethics behind that film either. Like, they treat Amy Winehouse like she's the problem. When she wasn't. It was her addiction that was the problem. But it treats her like she's the problem right from the get-go.
Yeah.
And
the thing
then
with a lot of these biopics, they obviously glamorize stuff and paint over the cracks. The most interesting one will be Michael Jackson, the one next year. What they do with that, because they're coming out, they're saying we believe this is going to be a multi-billion-dollar film. They're going out, they're saying like everyone's going to love
it's from the
this.
director of Magnificent Seven and The Equalizer. I doubt it's going to make waves.
No.
But
He
You
did
see,
do
I-
Training Day, so he had one good day in the office. So Amy, what is the worst film you've seen this year, or worst films?
Ooh. Well, it could be Hundreds of Beavers. That came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah,
really?
We
Wow.
didn't finish it.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's just like I
Oh.
don't know what people.
Well, CJ loved it because it had beavers in it.
Well, it was this distinct lack of beavers in it, and also it felt like a short film that was like 2 hours long and didn't need to be.
to be a short film, really.
A lot of people like that one, but I've not seen it.
I know, yeah, a lot of people really like it.
Yeah, I want to see it. I've heard it's good.
Although Leon Vegas, he loves it.
Leon.
Yeah, I think that's where another person who I sort of liked it. Mark Mowbray liked it.
Jackson
So
liked
Leon
it as
really-
well. Jackson liked it. He thought it was
Really?
great.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
I'd love
so.
to know what.
Unless
They liked
unless
about
the
it.
second half was way better, but
I think we watched a lot of it.
we watched about an hour
I
or
didn't,
an hour and
I
20
didn't, I didn't like the Miss Marvel films. I thought they were worse than Madam Web.
Yes.
The Fall Guy, I think that was awful. I wanted to walk out after 20 minutes. That was garbage.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
was
the
Fall
Ryan
Guy?
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling, sorry, Ryan Gosling.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Ryan Reynolds.
what kind of films made you angry? And that was kind of anger, and just the way, we can talk about the Emily Blunt.
Oh yeah, the Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling relationship was disgusting. The way she treated him was obnoxious.
Yeah, I know.
The guy fell from a stupid height, and she treated him like crap.
I think it might have worked better if it was not Emily Blunt, because her kind of the way she is. It kind of was she British in the film?
Yeah, she is British.
Yeah, that's another thing. If she was like a bit more likable, then it might have been okay, because you could take it as a joke then that it's like it's a heightened world where
it's just another film where Ryan Gosling carries the whole film on his back like Barbie.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. Just carry on. I'm just going to get a drink. And...
I think
I've
their
got to
chemistry
say,
really hits it off in it though. I like their chemistry.
Ryan Gosling needs to get better.
I like the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and the guy from Us,
yes.
and yeah, I wanted
He's
more
good.
of him in
Well,
it.
Winston Duke.
Yeah, I think he's great.
Winston Duke.
I'd love to see him in more stuff.
Yeah, him and Ryan Gosling were great together. Just Ryan Gosling needs better roles. He's a great actor. And he
just like-
deserves more than that.
So he goes out. You talk about like the ethics of the Emmy one, and obviously these aren't real characters, they're real people. But like, so he has this. I don't know. What can we talk about? This is in the first act, isn't it? So
Well,
we
it's
can
in the
talk about-
trailer.
Oh, okay. So he has this accident, doesn't he? You didn't call me, but he's depressed. So I'm going to throw you into a wall hundreds of times. And you've broken your back in the past. I just find that really like...
It was supposed to be funny. I
Am I
just
supposed
thought
to
it was
laugh
really
at this?
bad taste. And
Bad
don't
taste,
even
yeah.
get me started on Hannah Waddingham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't stand the
She
bitch.
shouldn't be...
I get the feeling you didn't like it.
yeah.
Just a slight feeling.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Anything else?
No, I can't think of it.
Well, anyway, I think Hundreds of Beavers was worse, though. Because
Yeah, well, we didn't finish it, did we? So that's why.
I guess we
probably
can't say 'cause we didn't finish it, so technically we can't.
We didn't
say.
finish it.
Yeah.
Well, it's some hot takes there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Quite
Not as
spicy.
hot as Jamie's takes.
Yeah. Well, no,
That's
yeah, but a fair way to go yet before we reached it, Jamie's.
So we've got Andy Makes Star Wars here saying, "Happy Saturday, people. Who do you think will want to be the next James Bond? Do you think it should just end with Craig?" Yeah, they still keep going on about who'll be the next James Bond. Apparently, favourites now is Henry Cavill, then Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
I think either of them would be pretty good. I think Henry Cavill's probably a little bit past it now.
I will admit, in Venom: The Last Dance, you do see Tom Hardy in a suit, and I did think James Bond.
Yeah, but
No.
again, he's too old now. They need somebody in their mid to late 30s. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
No,
no.
I think like after him in Tenet, he'd be perfect.
The thing is, because he's Batman now, and the thing is, when Craig was Bond, that's all he did. I know he's done Glass Out and stuff in between.
Glass Out.
Glass Onion.
All he did was mainly Bond.
Yeah, I mean Ricky Tikki Tacky, whatever his name is, Aaron
Yeah.
Taylor
Ricky
Johnson.
Sticky.
I guess
Ricky
the
Tikki
question
Tacky, got some sticky wacky backy.
I guess the question is, what is Bond going to be?
This is the thing.
So
Like,
yeah,
with Bond, is it going to be covered by made for modern audiences,
Yeah.
or is it going to stay true to what it is?
yeah.
It should stay true to what it is.
Is he going to be?
When I think of Bond now, I think of that tweet that Ron Perlman made, where it was like, it was a news article saying Piers Morgan said he would kill himself if next Bond is a transgender, and then Ron Perlman says praying. I just keep thinking of that line.
Yeah.
But Harris Dickinson, maybe.
Who's that?
Harrison
Kingsley
Ford.
Benedict would be good.
Well, I'm going to
Indiana Bond.
Kingsley Benedict would be a good choice.
There is an actor that years ago, I bet none of you here will know who he is. I guarantee you've never heard of him. But he would have been a perfect James Bond in every way. And there's an actor called Jeremy Northam. Does anybody know who that is?
No.
No, there we go. So that answers that question. If he's the right age now, he would have won it hands down. Jeremy Northam is a very underrated British actor, and he would have been fantastic as James Bond, perfect as James Bond.
What was he in?
He was in a film with Sandra Bullock called The Net. He was in.
Oh, The Net. Seen that?
Yeah, he was in the Winslow Boy remake. I've don't ask how I know that. He's been in a lot. He's sort of like a support act. He was in Enigma, which was with Kate Winslet and Douglas Scott. It was about the Enigma code before Benedict Cumberbatch. He sort of has little parts in there. There's a film called Happy Texas, which was a American comedy where he played a con artist who, him and his mate Steve Zahn, they pretended to be gay so they can get out of prison, sort of thing. That was very good. That was quite funny. But yeah, he's not very well known at all. But he would have made a fantastic James Bond. As for today, I don't know. There's no actor that comes to mind. He has to be British. I'm not being rude, but he has to be British, and he has to be, I think, a little bit more mature. I don't mind if he's a bit older, but I don't know. There's not many actors today I think could put it off. I really don't think so. I think Daniel
Personally,
Craig.
I'd just say let it die. They've done 24 of them. Like, I think that's enough. But
I mean, they are on about going younger, aren't they? Because have you seen the end of?
if they pick Tom Holland, they're gonna.
Oh, he
no,
has come out and said he'd love to do it. I'm
Well,
like,
of course he would.
No,
no.
he's still part of the space.
Can I tell you to make a good James Bond?
Don't say crazy, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean,
Like when you have a.
Oh. I was going to say that there is just a way of looking at it that the books have been done. So should it sort of like end there really? Because the rest is really just Woody and Fleming have actually written it like that, and then you've got then it's just another spy film. It's the thing that made it Bond was you had a particular style of writing that was Ian Fleming, and he did a series of books. It's like anything else is just another spy film, surely, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd love them to get Daniel Craig to go back and remake Quantum of Solace and make it a good one. That's what I'd like.
Make it.
Because that was pants, and I think if they could go back and redo it, because that was all done through the writer's strike, and you can tell it was terrible. So I think that they could go back and remake that. That'd be for me a better idea.
Because I think they switched up the directors like 3 different times.
I mean, Casino Royale really brought the franchise back. I think
that was a strong film.
And I think after the last couple of Pierce Brosnan
I
films, a bit of a
personally
letdown.
think Casino Royale is like the best James Bond film ever made.
Which one?
Not the Peter Nivell.
Craig, not the comedy version.
Why not?
Why
How
not?
many Bonds are in that?
So, what were you going to say about the Bond films? Then?
Well, they usually kind of fit the Bond character around the actor anyway. I mean, you couldn't imagine Sean Connery playing the Roger Moore Bond and vice versa. So you'd have to think, what would they get a new actor like Tom Hardy, even though he might be too old, but he would be more like an action Bond, wouldn't he?
They adapted the book for the script to be based around the actor. I would have said that, as they kept going on. Yeah.
All I say is I hope that it is taking its time, but I hope they're delaying it for the right reasons. And when it comes, that is good.
Oh, let's hope.
Doesn't
always mean that.
No, here's hoping it's more faithful to the books and faithful to the brand than
the books are a lot darker.
Yeah, they are, especially ones like License to Kill. The film is dark, but even the book's darker. But I'd like to say, like, the Mission Impossible films feel like the better Bond films at the moment. I think.
Last Mission Impossible film was fantastic. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The bit on when he goes off when he takes off on the bike. From that point on, that next like half hour on the train is like.
When's part two of that?
I think it's next year. I don't know.
They're going to drop the trailer very soon.
Have you heard about the budget for it?
400 million.
Yep.
Apparently, I saw them on Facebook, and apparently, I think we're getting the first trailer for it in November, and apparently, I think it's the last one.
Yeah, they always say
they're saying it's the last one because of interest for audiences.
Tom Cruise is ready to say bye to the character.
I think Tom Cruise has said that he'll make him till he's 80, which is only about 2 years. But I think he says he wants to do it as long as he can. So if they make it one more, then there's not. I mean, the second film is a bit weak, but there's not really a Mission Impossible film I don't like. So if they can end it on a good one, then maybe end it there, because
I'm being honest,
quality over quantity.
I don't think the next Mission Impossible film will be able to top Fallout, because Mission Impossible Fallout is like quite possibly the best action film ever made.
No, it's not.
God,
I love Fallout. It is by far the best in the franchise.
Mad Max Fury Road's better.
Fallout is probably the best of the series, or the most highly regarded.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't really remember it very much.
I remember the fight in the toilet.
I like Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation a lot. Rogue
Nation's really good.
Yeah, Rogue Nation's really good.
Is Rogue Nation the one when they go in they get sucked under?
They do get sucked under all over, whatever.
They do get sucked. Yeah, they do get sucked.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Breath, was it for like 6 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
11 minutes.
I think the fourth, fifth, and sixth one are great.
Yeah,
the third one's not too bad.
It's an unbelievably consistent franchise, a big money franchise.
Yeah,
and it gets the comedy and the action. Like you think about the little mini in the city on the last.
Yeah, the latest one is really funny.
Yeah,
and it works.
Yeah.
You have to excuse me. I'm writing down an idea I've just had.
Oh,
I've had a CJ thought. So
yay!
He's excited.
Yeah.
I'd probably say I think the most underrated Mission Impossible film, and it does get quite a bit of hate, and I'd put it easily number 2 is easily Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, I love number 3.
I do.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is the best villain for all the Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it laid the groundwork for 4, 5, and 6.
And the thing is, with Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 3, we found out more about his personal life, his backstory, and we found out.
Whereas Mission Impossible 2 is shot like a Lynx commercial.
No, but that's just John Woo, though. John Woo likes to do stuff like that.
I'm Tom Cruise's brother. C.
What, cesspit? Oh no,
Sea,
Brad Pitt, sorry.
Sea Cruise.
Oh no. Oh.
We've
Right,
got
well,
Mac Chats here. Hey, Mac Chats.
Hey, Mac.
How do?
Sorry says he'd like to see Angie Dickinson. I mean Harris Dickinson.
Angie
Harris Dickinson would be a great
As long as
choice.
David Dickinson.
Kind of do
You
hope they
make
go with
David
Harris.
Dickinson's James Bond. Hello there, everybody. License to Kill. No, I can't picture it. Actually, I can. That's the sad part.
CJ to do a.
Oh, shaking not stirred. Yes, my cock.
Hey, wait! Is CJ got a suit?
What is with you? Okay.
This is my life. Peter. This is my damn.
CJ got a suit.
I've had 2 hours of fucking
I got a birthday
CJ, man.
suit, but it's at the dry cleaners getting the wrinkles out.
Oh,
Yes, I've got. I had a suit.
I'd make a good cameo. CJ doing a James Bond spoof. He has a nice suit and a tie and must.
Dear me, if we had a shot every time he said CJ tonight, you'd be on the floor in 2 minutes.
Is it a drinking game? Is it?
We'd all be fucked if it was, wouldn't it?
I know.
I've got a liver condition as it is. I'm probably going to be fucking dead. I'm going to be in a coffin.
That's not something to joke about at the moment, Josh. Not
No, but still.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
We got Winslow here saying hey. Hey, Winslow.
Jamie's got CJ disease.
Well,
You can get cream for that, but you probably like it.
It's got
we've got another
CGitis.
one on Team Batman here saying, I agree with Jamie. Spider-Man 3 is far superior to No Way Home.
Yes.
Wow. Great stuff.
Spider-Man 3. All he does that dancing thing.
Oh God.
Yeah. Winslow saw Anorak yesterday.
Anorak.
One of the best of the year. Yeah, isn't that
Oh, that's that sex worker film, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sean Baker's.
That's the annoying one from Scream 5.
From Scram.
Which one's that? They're all bloody annoying.
From
Five
Scram.
Cream.
Really annoying one.
You mean from Five
Oh.
Cream?
Scram.
Screm.
Yeah, she doesn't she play a prostitute and she like marries like the gangster who kills John Wick's dog, it looks like.
He's the man you send to kill the job.
No, I'm seeing it on Monday. I can't. I'm honestly so.
I
hyped
want to
for
see
it.
that. It does look good.
Just like saying.
Yeah, it does look pretty good from the trailer. They showed it before the substance, and I was like, oh,
I want to watch Strange
Sean-
Darling, but it wasn't shown at my cinema.
Oh, that is amazing. That is
still wanna
Incredible
see it.
film, that one.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it when you get around to watching it. Would you like to see Nora?
What is it?
I don't know about a prostitute and a Russian gangster.
Yeah.
Selling it to her, are you?
Sounds like there's a joke for those
It's about
somewhere.
It's the follow-up to Kiora.
What about you, Delboy? Would you like to see Nora?
Yeah, I was saying it was that sex worker one, isn't it? I saw the trailer for it. Yeah, it looks interesting.
And what about you, Batman? Would you go and see Adore Her? Nora?
I've never
No.
heard of it.
Where's
I've
Adora?
never heard of it, but it's
With Adora.
it.
Where's Adora? We adore her. Don't mind me. The wife's on her way home, so I'm going to have to go soon.
No worries,
Oh,
mate. That's been an
yeah.
absolute pleasure.
She's got to be up early to work. She finishes at 11, so she gets home about this sort of time. So, and then we have to go straight to bed. She's up at 8 o'clock, so
Oh.
I'll be going. So when she gets in, she'll probably pop her head in and say something to embarrass me, and then I'll go. But
What have we got? For when
I
she
know what she'll be saying. What a BJ! Go on then.
I've got. There you go. Come on.
CJ wants to be
Let's take your
Jay.
move down here. Come on, get on your knees, love. You've had a long day, but you can make.
Oh.
CJ,
You're not that tired.
No, I'm not that tired. No, I'm sure she is though. Every night. No, I'm too tired. Got a headache. That's just me. I can't talk.
Yeah, do you want neck ache to go with it?
Oh.
I give her earache. Come on.
Toothache.
Hey, do it. That's it.
You can get a toothache.
Toothache. Didn't know any toothache earlier, but I got a cure for your sore throat, love.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You won't be having me
What's
on
the stream
again.
turn to,
Come
bro?
here, love. I need a few new gags.
You won't be having me on again, will you?
Yeah, you can come on mine. I need to do a
Oh,
live.
don't say
Wait,
that.
what?
After the
Say
conversation
that
we
again.
just had. I'm not coming on you in any way, mate. I'm sorry.
You should have
I'm married,
rephrased
you're not
that a bit better, Jamie.
I'm not
Okay,
going near your back
I
hole.
need to do my first live stream on my channel, so you and CJ can be a guest.
Well, when
The
are
thing
you
is-
going to do your first live stream,
I
then,
don't know. I
Batman?
need to do one. I've said I'm going to do my first solo live stream for months. and I
Jamie,
haven't-
you
Promise
know
your
it's impossible
introduction
to
would
get
be like
Crazy
4
J.
hours.
Pardon?
I see your introduction would be like 4 hours. Hey, basically, we're gonna do a stream, yeah, right? And
You know you only have a
basically-
20-hour limit on it, Jamie, as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
CJ
You
can
know-
be my guest.
Bro,
CJ
you know it's
can
gonna
be
be
addressed. What?
My guest.
Dress again,
Oh,
not again.
CJ's in a dress.
Don't put it past him.
CJ can be my first guest on.
Oh, it'll be the last and all.
You'll be retired after that one.
I'd hate to be a person commenting in that stream. It'll take you 5 hours to get the bloody first one.
Well, it's taking us
It'll
5
be like
hours
one
to
of
get
these
through
streams,
here.
isn't it? Sorry, Pete. You know what, Pete? Thank you so much for having me on. I want to say, and Amy, thank you both for having me on. It's been great. I hope I haven't been too much of a burden for any of
oh,
you.
we've loved it.
And these
Thanks
guys
ever
are
so much for
fantastic
coming on.
over here, down here. Fantastic guys.
I will admit this stream
And as
has
for
been a
Jamie Batman Smith, he can fuck right off.
This stream has been a masterpiece.
Oh, that word.
Shut up.
It is just
My
great.
brain.
It's all right. We all love you, really, Jamie.
Yeah,
When
we
you're
Just
are.
when you're gone, we'll be going, please come back.
CJ.
CJ, my love. It'd be like the no, let's leave it. Carry on with the questions quick.
We've got Gods of Science Fiction here saying, "Hey guys, how's things? Hey mate."
Hey.
We've got this person here called Jamie Powell. He's saying, "Hello everyone." Oh wait,
Who's that?
I don't know who's
He's a
that.
right cunt.
He looks like a right bastard.
Yeah.
He is.
He's got a cock on his head as well.
Is it a picture of you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dear,
You
no.
want to see who was to the left and right. You were in it at first, maybe, but they cut you out.
That's right. I was in a one-man band, but I split up.
Gods of Science Fiction say the last trilogy of Star Wars was terrible.
Yeah,
I like The Last Jedi, though. I don't think it's that bad. It's got
I
interesting
like all
things. in it.
three. I don't love all three. I like all three.
Last
can watch
Jedi is
them
just
enjoy it.
interesting.
it's just that if you consider if you group the films into threes, the last trilogy was terrible because I think there's one there.
Yeah,
At least I could probably say there are two in the prequel. There were two in the middle one, to be quite honest, because I don't like Ewoks. So, you know, I mean, the last trilogy is the worst, I think.
Hey.
And it is.
Oh God.
Oh,
no,
dear.
I don't want to see his phallus.
Gods of Science Fiction says, "Don't even get me started on the Acolyte, worst Star Wars ever."
Yeah,
Acolyte,
terrible.
it even sounds like an Alka-Seltzer or drink or something. The Acolyte.
It's a new flavour.
No,
of crop.
Acolyte.
Well, you need a drink whilst watching it.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, dear.
I'll tell you what you do need. You need a couple pills of Ambien to actually get through that shit because it's so boring and dull, very uninteresting. Even the lightsabers, they mess up the lightsabers somehow. Like
It's got my old anecdote on that one. The best thing about that film is they used the Times New Roman font in the credits at the end. That's about it.
It's still got the
They didn't even
it's
do
got
that in
the best
this.
song ever, hasn't it? The power of one, the power of two, the
That's
power
a
of
great
many.
song, yeah.
Or even the transition effects are better than the film.
Well, they had that song at the end of one of the episodes, didn't they?
Yeah,
That like
Pop
sort of-
song.
yeah, that was awful.
It's so weird.
That was one of the worst parts. People don't talk about that enough.
No,
That was-
episode
no,
2.
turn off, don't they? By that?
Genuinely, episode 2 of that show might be the worst episode of TV I think I've ever seen.
I think
dear.
episode
The one with
3
the
is pretty
witches.
diabolical.
No, that's what he's talking about. Episode 3, The Witches.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, was that episode 3? Oh,
because they released 2
They
at the
mould
same
into
time at
one.
the start.
yeah.
Mold into one.
And then they repeat that episode.
From a different perspective, from backstage footage.
Yeah, it is for the penultimate episode, and you're like, oh, they're going to really end this on a fun note, and they do.
You want to come say hello? There she is.
Hey.
There's Kate.
Suddenly, that screen there is the best screen on the.
Yeah, have you seen my top?
She was there when you wore it first, mate.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah.
You silly old tit. I got to behave now. The wife's home.
Tell them I'll be at work.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's lovely to see everybody this
Don't be
evening.
so don't act so bloody posh, darling.
Oh,
Oh, it's Pop Snob.
hello.
Hello.
Don't you start. I've had a bloody night of this.
How was your book of 50 Shades of Dark Pubes?
It was a hard read.
Ah!
Don't know whether
It had a very sticky conclusion.
It was a hardback edition. Yeah.
That's right. It wasn't paperback, that's for sure.
Sticky back.
Bash the bishop.
That's right. Spank the bishop.
Is DJ
Roger.
coming out?
Pardon? He's not. No, he's straight, mate. I'm sorry.
No, but is he coming back? Oh, for God.
No, he's not. I'm going to bed in a minute. This one's got work in the morning, so I can't stay up for too late.
It's nice to meet you,
well,
my dear.
just got in
Nice
from
to meet
bloody
you.
work.
Yeah.
You told-
Yeah, they know.
We've heard an awful lot about you, and it's nice to meet you.
I'm
She's a bit
just
shy, I
trying to
think.
get
Are you a
to
bit shy?
Yeah.
Not me.
Just tired.
Yeah, I've been working a little late.
And I've done fuck all.
Yeah, you lazy bastard.
Like,
Yeah, we haven't even done the hoovering, bastard.
But actually, I haven't hoovered. I can tell. Well, you can't see.
Listen,
No.
what actually have you done?
Yeah, thanks, mate. You've dropped me in it now.
He's in the doghouse tonight. Jesus.
Oh, we ain't got
I
room for
don't know
doghouse.
whether it's a Saturday night or not, but my taxi cost me bloody 12 quid.
Oh dear. That's not good.
That's how much it cost me to get to work, to be fair. 12 quid taxi.
Not good.
Walk, you bastard.
So you say that to my wife? You're brave. I don't.
It'll take me an hour to get home.
Now you're in the doghouse and you're not even fucking married to her.
Yeah. Oh, you've taken it off me now. Thanks. Thank you. I'm back in the good books for at least half hour now.
My pleasure.
Oh, bit to the right, bit to the right. That's it.
The joys of going live.
Yeah.
Like I said, he won't be inviting me back on the next one. I know that's the truth.
Film,
You won't. You won't.
Film
I'm
talk,
like, can I come back
they'd
on? No.
Oh,
no.
definitely. It's been a lot of fun tonight. It's been
Yeah.
a real joy.
I don't know why I feel the nerves to say sorry to Amy so much. I don't know what it is. I just feel really.
You know what? I feel that way at the end of every stream. I've got to say sorry.
I mean, it's
Oh,
just
don't worry. I was saying
they're so
sorry
nice
on,
and calm
on
and
Thursday
collected
night.
and
I kept
polite.
saying the answers to the quiz, didn't I?
Yeah, that sort of made the quiz a bit easier.
Dream there.
Yeah, I did the quiz and I kept saying the answers instead of the questions. Good thing I had a reserved list of questions.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
Oh, you didn't.
Mostly for that event.
Yeah, I said John Saxon, and it was just like, what film does Nightmare on Elm Street and Tenebrae have this actor in?
Yeah. Yeah, you had to break the glass to get the emergency questions out.
Yeah, I did. Forgot. Got to science fiction say Jar Jar is a true Sith Lord.
Daft Jar Jar. Why did I struggle saying that?
I read that one and thought, oh, that's a bit.
Well, apparently the Ewoks were supposed to be cannibals.
Apparently, there is something about that.
I could see it. Yeah.
Evil little bastards. they are.
Oh, I thought that said cannibals.
Ewok,
That as well.
They have stormtroopers'
I
heads
like
on
you.
sticks.
Yeah, they do have it in games. I have noticed that, and they do hold them up with sticks. Like they're
Obviously,
gonna.
that's not cannibalism, but I have
And
heard
then
that before.
Oh, what the Ewok cannibal holocaust?
Yeah.
Ewok Holocaust, yeah.
It's gone dark already.
By the gods of science fiction, say they used to attack stormtroopers on Endor, so on the beta cannon.
Beta cannon.
Beta.
Master
You
Beta.
have a beta max, you don't have a beta max.
Master Beta.
You do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Beta max.
Oh.
Those Ewok movies, Battle of Endor and all that. Oh.
Yeah,
If you think they're bad in Return of the Jedi, you wait till you see them in them films.
They're creepy little sods, though, wouldn't they?
I don't know. I've never heard the phrase beta cannon before.
You'll find out later. When the stream's over, Pete will tell you later. He'll show you.
I wish we got the original planned version of Jar Jar, the original Sith Lord.
I don't think he was the Sith Lord.
I don't know. The true master Palpatine.
He was puppeteering him. He had his hand up his ass, making his lip move.
Batjar and Robin.
Batjar and Robin.
And here he is, the man of the moment.
That was the best comment I'd seen. Batjar and Robin, because I said Jar Jar is Batman.
Hey, Harville. Hope you're well, mate. Actually, he hasn't left 40 comments.
That's 39.
Are we all good? We are all good. Are you good? That's good.
Yeah.
Rebellion Moon was bad. Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we've got Alan here from Kermit's Ghost thing.
Oh,
he's our bitch. Yeah.
I'd love to do soundtrack. I'd love to do a soundtrack section of my
I did
my
one,
stream,
little one, like a horror one, with favourite horror themes, and I had to use a certain amount of clips of audio, otherwise it would have got taken off. But I'd love to, like you said, I'd love to do a video on
it's just
that.
like you said, you can't even do TV themes. You can't even do adverts from the 1980s, because of the jingle that's in it. I mean, it's ridiculous.
By the way, everybody should go check out Kermit's Ghost if they haven't. He's one of the best on YouTube. And he's a lovely bloke.
Totally agree. Absolute gent. We've got Gary here saying, what's your favourite trilogy of films from before the 80s? Mine are La Avenue,
Alaventura. Alaventura.
Ace Ventura.
La Eclipse.
La Notte and Eclipse.
From Michelangelo and Donatello Antonio.
And Leonardo and Raphael.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura and the
Well, it's got to be the spaghetti. It's got to be the spaghetti westerns, isn't it? Really.
Oh, Sergio Leone. Yeah, that's a really good pick for the trilogy before the 80s.
I'm struggling to think. I think probably spaghetti westerns as well. The Clint Eastwood Punk. I think they're the best trilogy.
Well, I don't think it's before the 80s.
So entirely before the 80s. It's tricky.
Well,
Star Wars came out in the 70s, didn't it? The original.
Oh, yeah.
That's not entirely.
No.
But the other ones came out in the 80s.
Yeah, ended in 82, wasn't it? Or something? 80.
Yeah.
83.
What was it, 83 Return of the Jedi? Because that was the
it's 82, 83, something like that.
It's every 3 years, so 77, 80, 83. And then it's 99, 2002, and 2005.
Shame they didn't. Shame they didn't leave the extra year for the new trilogy.
Yeah.
You're like the Rain Man of Star Wars years. Definitely 2005. Yes, definitely 2005. Definitely. What?
How many comments are left?
A lot.
Well, funny enough, Jay.
It would have been far less if you hadn't kept going on about bloody CJ all the bleeding time. There'd have been less of them.
This stream would have only been half hour.
I do love CJ.
No shit.
Yeah, you keep harassing Jamie with it every fucking
I know.
night.
This is my life, Pete. I've told you already. This is my life.
So I always give Jimmy Powell cameo ideas for CJ, and he always says, I'm not going to use it. So I says, kill him off.
I would love to kill him off. They don't have to fucking do it no more. But I won't, because I know that you would be emotional wreck and you wouldn't get a stiffy for a year. So I have to keep it up.
Yeah. Just think of all that editing where you have to make him more transparent because he's a ghost and he has to come back as a ghost.
That's not bad. All right, sweets. I'll see you in a minute. I'll just finish off here. Yes, I'm coming. Not in that way, gentlemen.
Hey, I think it's time, Jamie. I think it's time to put the wig on.
Right.
I don't think it is.
Right, gentlemen. I'm off for some fun. No.
Good luck, CJ.
All right. Okay. Oh, God. Being
Good
married.
luck, CJ.
All right. Good night, guys. I'm going to have to get... There's your Pringles. Go on.
See you, fella.
No, JD.
Guys, thanks,
See you,
guys.
Jamie.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks ever so much for
Enjoy
joining.
the rest of the stream. Thanks for... See you
Take
later,
care.
dudes.
Bye.
Bye.
Salute.
Bye. Love you.
And then there was 5 on 4 screens.
That was epic.
Now he'll fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah, it'll only take 20 minutes now to get to the end.
There he is. He's fast asleep now. So Andy says, I make things from anything. I'm at 997 subscribers. Hobbies are fun. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. Wow, only 3 away from 1,000. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to Andy, be sure to
If you've ever watched his shorts, they are great. He's actually made canines and all sorts of stuff, you know.
Oh, I hope you get to your 1,000 very soon, mate. Major congratulations. We've got By the Gods of Science Fiction. I'm a short filmmaker. I've won several awards at a film festival. I wrote a comedy sci-fi series about a toilet traveler, about a guy who goes to the toilet and ends up in a strange comical situation. Oh, wow.
Sounds like Hitchhiker.
That's cool.
Gotta take your towel everywhere.
So I've got a question for you, Pete.
Yeah, I regrettably, yes. What is it?
The Acolyte or Last Jedi, which is best and which is where?
Well, the Last Jedi is Citizen Kane compared to Acolyte.
That's like asking what's better.
That's the best comment of the night, that one.
Jeez, I rewatched The Last Jedi 2 or 3 times, then watched The Acolyte again. Yeah, I remember remember everything about The Acolyte because of how bad
because it was so shit. You couldn't believe it.
What about Acolyte or The Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker because it's shorter.
Yeah, it's shorter, yeah. But don't you think that Rise of Skywalker, sorry, Jamie, ruined Star Wars more irrevocably?
Somehow Palpatine returned. That line.
Palpatine returned. They fly now, yeah. They fly now.
Darth Vader's sacrifice is now
Rey's redemption.
Yeah, Rey's redemption.
the Reylo kiss.
The Reylo kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody had their own partner, bar Rey, because he died.
Yeah, I don't think the Acolyte, contrary to what many people say, ruined.
Well, it didn't ruin. It was just awful.
It squandered a lot.
It wasted a very important character.
Yeah.
It's just a boring film, boring show. It is about characters we do not care about. Squid Game guy got shafted bad.
Yeah.
Chimere got shafted as well. The 2 best actors in the show. Your leading character was about as blank as a box of bricks.
Sounds like a right orgy, this shafted business. But
then you had that bloody beaver thing, Basil.
The Basil, yeah.
What a stupid thing.
I could go on.
Basil the brush.
What the hell was going on with the Basil and what were they trying to do there?
Yeah, I know.
What did they say? Is
the Basil? Is they or she?
Or they?
Yeah.
Not even, but you'd say all 3 pronouns, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's just they just
say he or they.
It's he or they.
So she knows that it's a.
Is the Basil he or they?
Yeah, that's just so weird.
Have you checked? Might be a she as well.
What
Disney is becoming so. I don't know.
But I think Last Jedi isn't. There's lots of things I like about that film. There's lots
The
of things
Last Jedi has some good moments in it, but a lot of bad moments. Leia using the force pull to pull her back in.
That was funny. That was funny.
That looks so bad.
The best bit about it is that like red sea salt level.
Yeah, sea salt level.
Sea salt
It's
world.
not a game.
Yeah.
No, I think the Snoke throne room fight scene was cool.
It's great. It's great.
Great is great, yeah.
Whereas Rise of Skywalker kind of feels like Indiana Jones. Let's go on an adventure to find this doohickey, to get to this doohickey, to find Emperor Palpatine.
To get to this MacGuffin, to
the knife has the remnants of the Death Star on it. That was the thing, wasn't it? How is that possible?
How is that possible? Ask Jar Jar Abrams.
Yeah, ask him.
So anyway, by the gods of
Abrams.
So by the gods of science fiction, says my channel covers sci-fi reviews of obscure sci-fi conventions, film reviews. I think I've killed him. He's sitting there.
Look at Jar Jar Abrams.
We're going to be here till about 3, aren't we?
All right, keep going.
Review collectibles and do weekly podcasts about pop culture and sci-fi every week. Oh, brilliant! I'll have to check out your channel if I haven't subscribed already.
Yeah. Sounds up my street.
Yeah, we certainly do. So says Sergio Leone Spaghetti's the best out there.
You should
How to destroy a perfectly great director in his trilogy.
Sergio Leone's perfect spaghetti.
It's like an advert.
Yay!
It's like M&M Mom spaghetti
from Heinz.
Yeah.
Sergio Leone's meatballs.
Oh, go on TripAdvisor, leaving 5-star reviews. Sergio Leone and his best meatball pasta ever. By the gods of science fiction, also this physical media reviews. Oh, we got Minhalju here saying there's a lot of new original things coming out. So, what are you looking forward to in the new year?
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. What films are you looking forward to next year?
What comes out next year?
Captain America.
Well, I'm interested in how that's going to go.
Thunderbolt and Lightning. Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
I was going to say Thunderbolt. That's a Clint Eastwood film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Clint Eastwood film.
Yeah, be careful.
Very close there.
You nearly said it, didn't you?
I think I did say Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
You said it.
I don't know what's really coming out next year. I don't know.
You just tell me.
Yeah, just them two I really know about. Anybody else got any films you're looking forward to coming out next year?
Yes.
Go on, Anne.
Christopher Nolan's next film.
It's not out next year. It's out in 2026.
I thought it was next year.
And it's going to be a vampire
got it
film
wrong,
with
didn't
Tom
you?
Holland.
Christopher Bleed Nolan fan club got it wrong. Look, I really don't know what's coming out next year, guys.
Got Tom Holland.
No. Okay, that's a selling point.
I know more about what's coming out on the Disney Channel than I do what's coming out of the cinema next year.
Baby Girl by with Nicole Kidman's one I'm looking forward to. Life of Chuck as well. Magazine Dreams, if that ever gets released because of
Jonathan
Majors.
Yeah, you mentioned that was a February release, didn't you? Last time you came on, didn't you?
Yeah, but initially it was purchased by Fox, and then they dropped it because of Jonathan Majors, and now it was sat there forever, and then they were like, okay, are we actually going to release it? Initially they were going to scrap the entire thing, But then a small studio came in and we're like, okay, we'll take it. So it comes out next year. We don't know when, but I know people have seen it and say that it's excellent. So
yeah. Minhaji says, I think we can all agree we need more original stuff because I sure do with the stuff I crave. That's good.
yeah, man.
Gary says, great pick, sorry. Minhaji goes on and says, has anyone seen a tease for Heart Eyes, Electric State, and The Legend of Ochi? All look interesting.
Legend of Ochi. Yeah.
I've never heard of any of them. Electric State,
Legend of
Heart
Ochi
Eyes,
looks
or
so
Legend
wicked,
of
man.
Ochi.
It's an A24 film. But the thing is a lot of people are mad at it because they say, "Oh, it looks like AI." It's not made with AI. Like, it's literally, it's all practical stuff, and the director on Twitter has been vouching for it. It looks remarkable. I'm excited. Willem Dafoe's in it. Willem Dafoe, he's in it. So
William Dafoe. Yeah.
It's like a little monkey thing. It looks sweet. I'm excited for it.
Oh, is it going to be a bit like that Robbie Williams film where he's a monkey?
No, this is like a little, like Boots is to Dora. It's like that.
Oh, Boots. Yeah. I'm intrigued to see what the Michael Jackson biopic is going to be like. That is very intriguing. Just to see
they get the pyrotechnics correct on that one. When they get his hair set on fire.
The only thing I really care about in that film is Coleman Domingo playing his dad. Coleman Domingo is probably the best actor we've got in this day and age. Well, one of them. So
we've got Sai here saying the best re-release for me is the original Jaws 1 and 2 double bill, seen in 81, released in 81. Awesome. That went cool. Minhaji says, have we heard Until Dawn films coming out next year, the one based on the PlayStation game? I wonder how that's going to be executed. Probably poorly. PlayStation, to be honest, are in the gutter at the moment with decisions they're making this year. Don't even get me going down that tangent.
Yeah, that Pro should have been delayed by at least 18 months.
Yeah. And then
why the fuck is it £700?
To pay for Concord.
Oh yeah, Concord's like a $400 million game, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've completely canned it now. Closed the studio, and the game's never coming back. That's the reason why I say you got to pay £100 for a bloody disc drive as well. It's ridiculous.
See, when it comes to Sony strategies, they're only following the model that they've always had, which is a 7-year model, and on the 4th year you bring out a Pro Edition. But the trouble is, COVID came along, and that's where the strategy should have changed, because you had an 18-month silence. You couldn't even buy the PlayStation 5 console. So the games industry hasn't caught up with bringing out a killer game for the old model, let alone having a Pro model.
And we still haven't got rid of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We still keep
it is a joke, because I mean it should be 18 months, 2 years down the line. Take it like this: the VR headset works with the 4, right? And the technology that was in that was of the time. There's no new technology in the PSVR 2, and they brought out a Pro Edition. So at the end of the day, it's a joke. It's a real joke. If the PSVR 2 had something so far in advance that you needed a Pro, that would have made sense.
Yeah,
I do. I find it funny.
Me as well. Yeah, cheers for that. Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Get your ass in here, Amy. Bloody hell!
Oh,
get me a drink, and I didn't realise I went like this on the camera.
No, but the funniest thing about the whole Pro is that I was watching the video of like, oh, look how sharper it is. It's not much sharper, is it?
Oh no, it isn't. You just
even the stand costs £50 or something, doesn't it? And then there's another £50 on top of that for, I don't know. They said it's an extra £100, isn't it? For getting it.
Is that literally just to pay off for Concord? That's funny.
I've said it since the PlayStation 5 came out. Sony's got greedy. Sony's got arrogant. They've got complacent. Their biggest games of the year this year have mostly been ports of PS4 games. They've released Astrobot, a fantastic game.
The best game of the year so far.
Definitely, but they've had Until Dawn, which is a really bad port, 70 to 60 quid. You can buy the PS4 version and put it in the PS5 and it runs better. And now they've re-released Horizon on PS5 and they're doing a Lego version as well. Horizon is the biggest blockbuster that nobody ever talks about.
Horizon is a good game, actually. I like the Horizon series.
They're making a TV show, weren't they? At one point.
They were.
They're still doing
thought.
it. They're still doing it.
Oh, they're doing a God of War TV show as well.
Ah.
Or as I like to call it, Dad of Boy.
Dad of what?
Boy.
All right.
Because in the game he says boy.
Oh, Dad of Boy. All right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Jamie hasn't got a VR headset with the Batman game coming out in VR.
Oh yeah.
I ain't got virtual reality yet.
We have been playing Vampire Survivor,
say, yeah.
Ode to Castlevania.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the Oculus 3DS has come out, hasn't it? The S edition of the free, the Meta free, and it's $299. Pretty good price.
Well, we were thinking probably just to get the proper one, isn't it?
Yeah, because
what was the difference? I think it's the.
I'm not a gamer, so
It's not very. The graphics aren't that huge a leap between the cheap one and the two.
That's the free. That's the free.
Oh, yeah.
And the 3S is a cut down. It uses pancake lenses instead of using proper lenses, so basically you can't adjust the eye gap quite so well, and but it's got the same chip and same memory. The hard drive is, the memory in it is less, but it's color pass through. So I mean, it's not a bad option. Don't get me wrong.
What do you mean? The S is a color pass through.
The S has got pass through just like the 3 has got, and it's color, but because of the pancake lenses, it doesn't look quite as sharp. The pancake lenses are those little spirals. That means that you have to have your eyes dead straight forward for it to get as sharp as the proper lenses. You see what I mean? So you get lens flare at the corners and things like that.
Yeah.
But the resolution will be the same resolution. It's the same graphic. It's the same graphic, same Snapdragon chip. All inside there. It's exactly the same. So I would say that the S model is for those people that has never had an Oculus before ever.
Yeah.
And you're not quite sure whether you want to fork out £499 for it.
You got the second one.
But the other thing to look at with that is you can now buy an Oculus 2 for about £100 when that comes out. So if you've never had VR in your life, you might as well buy that, because the Oculus 2 has got such a fantastic library to it that you can basically crack it and have every game that will cost you nothing, because if you go to certain sites you can what they call side load everything on it. You know what I mean? And it will cost you £100.
That's the only thing is, like, the trouble is I use a lot of mods, and the idea of having a new bit of hardware just makes me worried that I'm going to be spending all day trying to get everything
that's the thing
across, and
whether it's supported and all that.
Yeah, because I know everything, all your saves go across, but for mods they don't support them usually.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've had VR since the Oculus 2. I've enjoyed my time with it, but even I balked at the price on the free. I went, how much?
Yeah.
But I when I got it, I went, oh yeah, I can see the difference. Yeah. And you really can get VR movies. You can get VR movies, and they are great.
That new trailer they show it in the cinema for the Meta Quest, where this woman sits in a waiting queue and she's just watching a film.
Yeah.
That is such a great selling.
I've done that. It's good.
It's a great trailer. That sells me on it.
Yeah.
And I'm very dubious about VR.
Here's the other thing. If you are a big film collector and your 3D telly has gone bye-bye because you bought yourself a 4K and you couldn't afford to keep both tellies, you know, it's the best way to watch 3D films because you don't even have to have glasses on. In fact, you can watch the film with the proper brightness control. If you know, when you put the glasses on, it makes it really dark.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can watch the 3D film without those dark tinted glasses, and it's the brightness of what the original film was, but in 3D. And you can invite people round to watch it with you. You know, you can have them sitting next to you, and you could be talking in the same, you know, cinema by yourself with your friends, talking about how shit this film is. It's really quite good. It's like I think it's the future of watch-alongs on YouTube.
Well, yeah, it sounds like it.
Everybody's got, you know, you give everybody a ticket that's got a VR headset, and you all sit in the same cinema having a chat while watching the film. It's so much better than let's all time it and get it to the right point and then unpause it and all that shit that you get with watch-alongs, which is, you know, difficult.
Right. By the Gods says, I took my missus to see the Apprentice film about Trump. We saw Joker 2 and that was bad.
Well, Josh was talking about the Apprentice, wasn't he? And Trump and Joker 2 and all that. So yeah.
To be honest, that Apprentice film just
Apprentice is pretty great. It's not for everybody because it is very experimental. There's a camcorder effect which happens for a good 45 minutes of the film, which kind of just caught me off guard, but I think it was pretty funny. The makeup's stupid, but believable. Just the way it's done.
I would say Sebastian Stan looks the part. He does.
He nails the mannerisms of Trump down to the lip, down to the way that his lip is sort of pushed forward a bit. But the thing is with the film is that it's not necessarily trying to emulate them spot on. It's trying to have this surrealist kind of skit feel to it, even though it's not skit. Yeah, I like it a lot. Joker 2, fuck that film. Like, yeah, bad.
Quentin Tarantino loved it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course he did.
Minhaju says M3 Gun 2.0 is out in 2025. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get me to rewatch the first one and appreciate it for what it is. We'll see, considering I'm not the fan of the original. I like the
I wasn't at first, but
original.
I like Megan. I think it's.
I think that's got the potential to be a next big franchise.
Yeah.
And be consistently good. I'm looking forward to it.
But they're not going to get that boss back. I thought he was the best thing about it.
Oh yeah, he was good. He was.
Oh, he was funny.
What was he in? What else has he been in?
No.
I've seen him in loads of things, but I can't think right now.
I saw the motion picture when it came out. Star Trek. Awesome.
Yeah, same here.
I recommend Subservience with Megan Fox. That one I like.
If you're going to correct him on every word, we're going to be here till 6 in the morning.
I recommend Subservience.
After a while, Josh, you just think life's too short. Just
let it go.
I even think that.
Let it go, Josh. Let it go.
I'm like, why should I actually try and process in my brain how to pronounce it?
Yeah.
I'll just say I recommend the subsequent with Megan Fox. That one I like, and I thought it was a better take on the M3 Gun mature version.
Yeah.
I heard it was
adult
bad.
M3 Gun. That sounds good. Anybody actually seen Subversion?
No, not yet.
No.
Jamie's watching it.
Oh yeah, he's watching it now.
I know I'm tired because somebody's just pointed out that I got the lenses the wrong way around on that VR headset. I should have said
Monster Squad.
I just said I'm tired.
Buckaroo Banzai is one of my favourites.
Yeah, across the ninth dimension.
That's got
Buckaroo
Robocop
Banzai.
in it. It's got RoboCop in it. Peter Weller's.
Yeah.
Peter Wellard.
I bought that on Blu-ray not long ago, actually.
Yeah, they're re-releasing it on Blu-ray again. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it. Jeff Goldblum.
Was it on that
Jeff Goldblum.
Is it on that indicator label? Or something?
Oh, they just keep flowing out.
I know.
Yeah, I always call him Jeff Goldbum.
Goldblum.
I can't get over Jar Jar Abrams though. That one's so good.
Gods of Science Fiction says, "Have you been to a secret cinema?" Yeah, we went to a secret cinema. It was either going to be Strays or what's the other one?
Strays. Joyride?
What? Joyride.
Joyride, yeah.
Yeah, it was either Strays or Joyride, they said. And I thought, oh, I hope it'd be Joyride. It was Joyride. It was bloody dreadful. It was one of the worst comedies I ever saw.
I like Joyride.
It's dreadful. People keep saying it's like the funniest thing ever.
A lot of people like it. Yeah.
It's not. It's just didn't work for me. And Strays, well, that's even worse.
We were hoping for Barbie, so imagine our disappointment when we saw it was Joyride. I'd never heard of Joyride.
Well, when it came up Joyride, I was like, "Oh, right, this is going to be actually not too bad." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
I've been to a secret cinema. Yeah, I went to one of the horror ones, and I was like, "Oh, please be talk to me, please be talk to me. I want to see it before other people do." And guess what? It was talk to me, and it was lit.
We detest that film.
Yeah, it's another one. Another hot take.
Yeah. We thought it was boring. We thought the characters were dull. It was stupid.
Oh,
very annoying.
Yeah.
You're trying to kill me off, dude.
We watched it in the double bill with the Meg. We thought the Meg 2 was better.
The Meg 2?
Yeah. Ben Wheatley.
What one was better?
Yeah, we both come out and talk to me and say, "Oh, Meg 2 was way better."
Imagine that. You've got a film made by YouTubers and a film made by Ben Wheatley, and one of them's Meg 2 and one of them's Talk to Me.
Yeah.
They're not the way around you think.
No, they wouldn't.
The funny thing is with Meg 2, though, is that it kind of feels like Ben Wheatley just stole $200 million to make the worst film possible.
Oh, I like it where you keep on about, "Oh, check out my deviated spectrum."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, deviated spectrum.
What the fuck is a deviated spectrum?
Wait a minute. Check out my deviated spectre.
Spectre.
What?
Check out my deviated spectre.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what. I've lost this. I've lost the plot. Totally.
It's Jason Statham and his deviated spectre.
I'm crying out loud.
Christ on a bike. What the fuck?
Jason Stickham.
Oh, dear.
I think it's those Ouija board films. I don't really like those. I haven't really ever liked one of those, so it felt like another one of those.
I quite liked it where he was on his little jet ski and he was with his deviated spectrum.
Yeah.
As he was going towards the to the shark, he was like, "Smile, love."
Smile. I don't think it's smile, love.
Smile, dip. It just goes into like a kaiju.
Smile, you son of a bitch, from Jaws.
To be honest, this kind of goes like a bit like a kaiju film at the end. It just goes fucking weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like an octopus in there. Right?
Yeah, it's like they really go all the way out.
Yeah.
A Touch of Frost says, "Jamie, what happened with
fucking Frost?"
A Touch of Film says, "Jamie, what happened to you and your cult DVD collectors?"
I didn't know if that was one of those ones that Jamie was talking about earlier.
I don't know
whether that was a joke or not.
I don't know. By the Gods of Sci-Fi says the 80s Flash Gordon.
Oh, we're well behind on comments.
I know.
I saw Paul W.S. Anderson is doing a bit of House of the Dead film. He's a hit and miss for me, but I think he's well suited for this. Also, Mila Djokovic has joined the cast of George A. Romero's final Dead film, Twilight of the Dead.
How far was
Quite a
It's
bit.
like Jamie's not. But something's happened. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Like Jamie's lost interest.
It's like he's got a hangover.
Yeah.
No, it's gone flaccid because CJ's gone.
I'm just getting tired.
No wonder you've been on 100. You've been like the Energizer Bunny all night.
Yeah.
Andy Makes Stuff says, and cinema closed. That's sad. In Bournemouth Centre, still around near the beach swimming pool live acts. By the God says, I saw Back to the Future at the Secret Cinema, Star Wars, and Flash Gordon. Nice.
Flash Gordon.
Minhaju says, I really want to see the new Mortal Kombat 2, Predator Badlands, FNAF 2, Avatar, Aviator 3. I know what you did last summer, Legacy sequel, and Superman Legacy for 25. Well, that's a good selection there, Minhaju. That'll keep you busy all throughout the year. I'm looking forward to FNAF 2. FNAF was better than Blum and Talk to Me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shut up. No. No.
I really
FNAF was like...
Pardon? Jamie?
I really liked Talk to Me. It made my top 5 favourite films of
Oh,
last
that's
year.
good. That's good to hear. A lot of people liked it. We're just in the minority.
Yeah.
I will say that Talk to Me is better than Avatar 2.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to more.
You were in the 5 people who don't like Talk to Me.
Mortal Kombat 2, I do agree. I can't wait for that. Yeah, Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. That's going to be fun. I hope they bring back Kano.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope
Oh,
so.
really? No, he's dead, isn't he? Isn't he?
No one's ever dead in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be in Mortal Kombat.
Who's the
I'll
one
bring
with the
him back.
4 arms? The weird CGI
What,
4 arm
Goro?
things?
I
Goro,
don't know whether they'll bring him back.
Who are they bringing in this one? They're bringing in Johnny Cage. They're bringing in... What other characters have they...
Raiden. Raiden.
Raiden was in the first one, I think.
Scorpion.
He was good.
He was in the first
Scorpion
one.
was good.
He was great.
It was, what's his name from John Wick? And Shotgun.
Yeah, the guy from the original Ring, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Hayayuki Sanada, I think, isn't it?
That's
Hayayuki Sanada.
He is great. That opening 10 minutes of Mortal Kombat is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the Scorpion stuff's really good.
Yeah. It's a shame they didn't do the whole film
And
about Scorpion.
Kano is
I think
great.
I think the CGI is not bad for 50 mil.
It's a really good film. It is. It's really surprising. It is. My mum loved it.
Has Delboy not seen it then?
The problem with me with that film boils down to the performances. The performances are so... No, the dialogue is the problem.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is
probably
Cole, the character, but he's more for people who haven't known about the universe, and he's an entry point for people.
But why?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bit of a strange one, that.
It is a bit of a strange one. Prequel Star Wars, get rid of loads of definitely true. I only watch good stuff, fast forward the nonsense. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Superman Legacy. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Yeah, it could be good. Give it a shot. Everybody looking forward to James Gunn's Superman Legacy?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I look forward to any Superman filming, and I'd like to see the Christopher Lee. The Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, that's been since now.
Yeah, well, I saw a Christopher Lee documentary this week, but it was Christopher Reeve I was thinking of. Imagine Christopher Lee with a big S on his chest.
Sauron. Well,
Big D on his chest for Dracula.
Running Man next year. Can't wait for Edgar Wright's Running Man. Edgar Wrong's a good director. Yeah, he is.
Edgar Wrong. I'm just scared because Sydney Sweeney's in it, and I don't like her as an actress. I think she's got as much acting charisma as a block of cheese has, Like she's not
To
that.
be fair, she's better than
that
Daisy
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she must be.
As much charisma as a Swiss cheese.
I haven't seen Twin Peaks. I've been wanting to, but it's so dense and so
God,
like.
I think you'd love Twin Peaks, Josh. It's such a great chocolate.
I love Lynch, but that's one thing which I'm like, do I even go
There's a
near? I'm
chocolate
not.
pound band called Twin Peaks.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like Toblerone.
I'm just not smart enough to deal with Twin Peaks.
Oh, it's a great
when that
series.
TV show was on in the 90s, I tell you, it was batshit crazy. It was like hard to follow. It's not too bad.
That's what I mean. Is I'm not
Such a
smart
surreal
enough to do.
experience. I haven't seen the Return series yet, but I want to.
Fire Walk with Me.
Firewalk with Me is the film, which is
The Return came
Oh,
out.
the
in
Return to
2018.
Twin Peaks. That's right. About a couple of years later, wasn't it?
Well, the limited series, which was only like I think they did like 6 episodes.
Got that little dwarf in it.
Yeah, they had that little chap in it. Oops.
That little chap.
Minardi says, Delboy, when do you think Cull will appear next? Is Spider-Man through Spider-Man? Wait a minute, Delboy, do you know where? Delboy, do you know where Knoll will appear next? Is it Spooderman 2? Or
is it Spooderman 4?
The Splatterman 4 apparently will have a new day and will have a Star-Lord return.
Sorry, can you say that again? Well, Null is about the symbiotes, isn't it? I mean, it's. I think I want Spider-Man 4 to be very, very, very New York centric. I don't want it to be a cosmic thing. If you want to know where I think Null, if that's how you pronounce his name, I think it would be probably better in a cartoon format or in Venom 4. If they do another Venom film and they want to start doing something, then you'd really want the symbiote story to start there. You know, the background behind the symbiotes. So you could do that. I don't want it to be in Spider-Man 4. Take it like that.
No,
not at all.
Same here. Minardi also says, as you know, with Sploderman, No Way Home borrows a lot of storylines. Toe Moment in Time and One More
Moment in
Day.
Time, yeah.
Comic book readers like you, Delboy. Afterlife's good. The Frozen one, not so much. Yeah, Ghostbusters. I haven't seen Frozen Empire. Have no interest in it. Yeah. Hence why
it tries too hard with the jokes on Frozen.
Frozen Empire just seems like loads of member berries, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was an advert for new toys. I did.
It's like fucking Endgame. No, he thinks it's like Endgame for Ghostbusters.
Oh, what, like Exorcist Believer, where everybody has a go.
Yeah.
By Gods of Science Fiction, I sit up and hammer.
Do people get that reference?
No, they don't.
Yeah, video game reference.
This is just a joke between us, isn't it?
No, everyone knows when Al Pacino read the
at the Oscars.
I see. My eyes see Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Bored. Yeah, I've heard people were bored with Oppenheimer, but for me, I think it was the best film of last year. Such a fantastic film, and probably Nolan's best film. But he's woke up now because I mentioned Nolan.
I'm gonna get off if that's all right.
No worries, mate.
I'm tired.
I should think you are. You've excited yourself so much.
Yeah, you've been getting off all night with CJ on.
But apparently, Nolan's next film, I think it's to do with vampires or something.
Yeah, it's got Matt Damon in it.
It's got Matt
And
Damon and
Tom Holland. Tom Holland.
And Tom Holland. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued in this.
He's so far gone.
What's on you?
Tom Norway.
So you know the
Oh, fuck's sake.
So you know Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who got offered? You know, obviously Sam Worthington got the role.
Yeah.
But you know who got offered the role before him, Dirtier, and he turned it down?
Who?
Matt Damon.
Good idea.
He turned it down, and the film went to make all that money.
Okay.
Yeah. It would have paid for his house, but then again, it
Yeah.
might not have.
How many comments are left?
I don't know. We're going to try and get through them quickly, Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
We got God's...
I'd say there was another 25 to 30.
Well, we'll get through them quickly. God's a science fiction like Barbie, but thought the creator was awesome. I agree. That was an unexpected pleasure.
For the money, that was a good film.
Also, the needle drop of Radiohead's Everything in the Right Place. Killer. That
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was good, says God's a Science Fiction.
Mhm.
Not as good as the musical of Planet of the Apes with Troy McClure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I still rank the original Apes films better than any sequel that they've done.
I do like the second one in the trilogy, Dawn, is it?
Yeah,
Dawn,
Dawn.
yeah.
That's really good.
Dawn has a really great one take with a tank.
Mac Chat says, just in case you're not aware, there is a film coming out called The PP Man about a guy who throws buckets of his own gick on people. You're welcome.
You're welcome for us telling you that, cheers.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds cultured.
Everybody calls the Bye Bye Man the PP Man.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of the Bye Bye Man. I picked it up for £1 for a slipcover. Cy Robson says the best film of 2000s is Kill Bill Volume 1, 2010's Blade Runner, so far it's 1917 for 2020s. Good picks.
Good picks, those.
Oh, yes. Yeah, 2020, I think it was. Yes, 1917. I was trying to think what great films come out in the last 10 years. And
that came out in the Film Vault series. I like that film. It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good
The
film.
more we watch it,
the
more we watch it, the more I notice its gimmicks. But the more we watch it, the more I notice how harrowing it is, and it's still pretty great. Great achievement.
I'm
glad
World
the Parasite
War, I
won
like
Best
World
Picture
War
over
One
it, though.
films over World War II films, to be quite honest.
It was better than Dunkirk.
You don't like Dunkirk, do you?
I know, because I saw the trailer every day for it,
Yeah.
You do get Benedict Cumberbatch in this one and Colin Filth.
That's true, yeah, you get those.
Colin Filth. Colin Filth.
Well, I suppose he was in Pride and Prejudice.
He was, yeah.
Was that because he was rolling around in the muck in World War One? It's Colin Filth.
I've not seen Dune Part 2 yet.
Good
Probably
film.
one of the best blockbusters of the past few years. It is a great film.
Love my box set.
Just got to be in the
unboxing.
You weren't around at the beginning. You missed out.
The ornithopter.
Oh, look, the ornithopter.
Yeah, the ornithopter.
Ready?
Oh, that's cool.
Hang
Oh,
on.
I like that. That's really good.
It's just there. Look.
For Lego.
Yeah, look.
That is nice.
It's like doing top trumps.
It is, yeah.
You can get that. That's in game when we.
Yeah, I think that's where
so glad
Josh got it from, because his sticker looked like game. That's cool. It'd be nice to make Lego, but it's just the time.
That's gorgeous.
It's half the size of me.
It's funny when you hold it like that. It looked like a tripod.
Yeah.
And before you say Jamie, not CJ's tripod.
But there's the June box set.
It looks like Big Brother with that eye.
Yeah, yeah.
I am jealous with that, though. I am jealous of it.
Mine's number 485.
What does it actually come with except for the steelbooks? Does it come with
It comes with 2 steel books, a lithogram poster, which is not a poster, it's actually a lithogram, it's painted art. A booklet and art cards. Yeah. And yeah, so the booklet is quite a thickish book actually. It is. I would say it's about 20 quid. I would say it's about 20 quid overpriced.
Yeah.
But I got mine with a £20 voucher off. So.
Oh, okay. I got 2 films today.
A lot of people were sort of like comparing it with that release of Maverick and Top Gun in the box set. And that was too expensive. And then when people were buying it for about 60 quid, they were saying, "Oh, it's worth it."
And they did a Batman one as well with 2 still books as well.
Yeah.
This one arrived today, the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, mine comes. I got the email saying it's now dispatched, so I'll get mine Monday, won't I?
Yeah,
I'm always getting mine late.
I just went for the Wolverine one. Yeah,
I'm going to speed run these. So, Kinds of Kindness.
Ooh.
Got Blink Twice, excellent. I got Trap.
I wouldn't mind getting Trap.
Yeah.
And then these 2 arrived.
Trap's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we like Trap, didn't we?
And you did a review of that, Josh, didn't you? And I said I've got to get round to seeing this.
Yeah, it's very funny. But I had these 2 arrive today. I had Toy Story 4 and Shang-Chi. There were 2 for 15 quid on Zavvi. So I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Shang-Chi is very colourful. It's definitely not as bad as what people say, but it's not great.
No, I think it's fine.
I like the girl Aquafina. She's pretty good in it.
No,
I got the steel book of that.
I do like
the shine on this though. Like it's really shiny.
Yeah, the slip cover. You imagine what the shine on the steel book was.
Serious.
Yeah.
The other characters are more funny.
And then you got
them. 4K would look good. I think the problem is the 3rd act fucking blows. Like the 3rd act, I just don't bother watching.
And it's all about there's a cave and all this sort of shit.
Yeah, I just don't bother watching the 3rd act. I'll skip it.
We've got Matt chat saying there's only 1 Ghostbusters film. 2 is kind of watchable. After that, they're just films to be shoved up mad dogs' asses.
Nice.
Science Fiction says, have you seen June the miniseries? The Sci-Fi Channel made one. Is it Children of June? They covered the 2nd book.
Yeah.
That's got James McAvoy in it.
Oh, no.
Well, they did 2 miniseries, I think. They did one.
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
They did one in late 90s, and then they did the 2000 something.
Yeah, it was the 90s one that I saw.
Children of Dune's the one with James McAvoy.
We've got Gods of Science Fiction saying The Expanse was one of the best sci-fi series.
The Expanse.
The Expanse.
Yeah.
Of the last decade.
The expense of it all.
And Mac Chat says, yeah, The Expense, fantastic. Still looking.
Yeah, you can get free on Blu-ray, but it then changed to another channel, didn't it? A different distributor. It went from Prime to something else, didn't it?
No, I thought it was still on Prime. Maybe I'm.
Just the way he stopped bothering.
It's just my friend bought. He thought it said the complete Expanse, and it was only the first 3 seasons. They haven't brought the other 2 out, and I said I'm pretty sure it's because he got cancelled and then brought back, and it was under another.
That's like them bringing out a complete Sopranos collection with only the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, but it got cancelled and then brought back, and I'm pretty sure it was another studio that brought it out. And I think that's the reason why you haven't got 5 seasons on Blu-ray.
Gods of Sci-Fi says, live in London, been to IMAX and been to the BFI. Very cool.
Movie Guy goes to the proper IMAX, and that's the one I've been to. The one where I saw Oppenheimer.
I see Oppenheimer. Speaking of IMAX, is the IMAX in cinema considered regular or proper IMAX? IMAX.
No, it's just
no. There's only a couple of proper IMAX cinemas in the whole of the country.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, the one in London, and
Isn't it up north, up in near Scotland or something? Isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
Minardi says, hands down, the next two Avenger films and Splunky Man 4 will be IMAX worthy for sure.
The Avenger films will, because they'd be done by those director duos that did The Matrix, aren't they?
Well, the director of Spider-Man 4 is the guy who directed Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Well, that's because the original director of the original trilogy said, "How could I top that?"
Yeah,
Decided not to bother doing another one.
Yeah.
Minhaj says, is the Wild Robert that good? I've heard
Robert.
Nothing. I'm hearing nothing buzz about it. I can tell you why, because I'm not saying it without spelling it, please.
Spelling it, please.
It's very good. It's
you mentioned it the other week, and I said I've got to go and see this film.
A lot of people
it's
say
an animated
it's really
film, isn't it?
lovely film.
I've written a video review for it, but I just haven't wanted to do any videos or anything. But I think it is probably the animated film of the year.
It isn't Mr. Here, There, and Everywhere. He's in everything. Pedro Pascal in it as well.
Yeah, he's in it. He was one of my least. He's one of the things in it where I'm like, okay.
It's just everywhere.
He's come on in leaps and bounds since he did red wine commercials, hasn't he?
He is since he did Casillero del Diablo.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Winery, but I think the animation in this film, like, it should set a precedent for animated films as a whole. Even Spider-Verse doesn't do anything on this level.
Wow.
Like, this is like,
I've heard it mentions a lot about death.
It does. It's very.
It's
very existential with its ideas of death, which.
That's a terrible joke. It's all right.
Well, Minhaji Jamie says.
I just got it.
Minhaji says, Jamie, have you guys seen the Hulk and Black Widow gift?
No.
I don't.
That's your answer.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see other GIFs online of Hulk and Black Widow in different parts of the internet. Matt Chat says, Congo coming to 4K on Vinaigrette Syndrome. I need it. I love that film.
Salt vinegar syndrome.
Seed cake. No, that's cool. I've never seen Congo. I've seen Cujo.
I've seen Congo. Yeah, that's an oldish film as well.
Are they like blue monkeys or something?
When I was really young.
What is Congo about? Is it about a monkey?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have seen it, and
Yeah.
I think I have seen it. Yeah.
It had a big picture of a monkey's face on the front, sort of blown up.
Probably have seen it on the Horror Channel. Minhaji says, I want Vernon Thorne away. What do you think, Deli Welly? Will we see Tom Hardy, Venom again, both Secret Warfare?
I don't.
No.
According to everything, Tom Hardy's not going to be in the fourth one, and if it was me, I'd make the fourth one Agent Venom. If it was me, well, there you
go. Yeah. Matt Chat says, Madam Web is not as bad as people say. It's fucking worse.
Yep.
Matt Chat says, Levi's a Trump supporter. He's just gone up in my book.
Oh, for fuck's Why?
Well, fair play to him. It's everybody's democratic right to vote.
Yeah.
I can see Pete destroying every single one of these comments. The next one he's going to say is claustrophobic or something like that. Come on, let's see what's going to be the next one.
Oh dear. So we got Matt Chat saying Henry Carville, Henry Orville.
Good.
Henry Orville is the perfect person.
Orville.
What?
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying Henry Colville's the perfect person to play bland. He's very charismatic.
I thought you were going to say claustrophobic.
No, I can read claustrophobic.
Yeah, you can do that very well.
Contrival opinion, but I always thought Idris Elba.
Controversial.
Contrival opinion, but I always thought Idris Elba would be a good Bond.
Elbow. Bloody hell.
Andy says Spunkman 2 is brilliant.
Spunkman. Spunkman.
Good evening, guys. It's Jim Jam.
Jim
Just
Jam.
finished work. I didn't realise Uncle Fester was here. Jamie Powell. Thanks, guys. It was a real treat. Jay, good night, all. Thanks ever so much for joining, Jamie. It was a blast having you on. It's a lot of fun. Minhalju says, "Hi, Jim Jam. Hope you're well, mate. I went to Wet Bromwich and only realised that you left one cancer.
Wet Bromwich.
Whatever. Well, it's always wet there. Would have been a pleasure.
West Sandwich, did you say?
Would have been a pleasure to have you properly there.
Yeah.
Would have been a Pilate privilege.
This is the problem if you comment so late. Pete can't see the words properly.
Yeah, the dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dyslexia, I'm pretty sure.
Jim Powell says, "Yeah, all right." Gary says, "Baby Girl looks interesting."
It does. It does. I've heard it's great.
We got frontal lenses on the S.
Yeah.
Wrong way around now. Yeah, I'm tired. We got Jeff Goldblum or Hugh Jackman. Which one would be my favourite, Pete?
It's got to be a huge bum, isn't it?
I don't know what I always said about
Best of both worlds.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Michael Fassbender. If they got hitched, there'd be Michael and Benedict Cucumber in the arse bender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I did that old one, didn't I? I said Disney have got My Left Foot and Free Willy, and it's called My Free Foot Willy.
I know, it just slipped straight in there with such ease. So, would you prefer a bit of Goldblum or Hugh Jackman?
Or huge Goldblum.
You'll get different results to different nightclubs you
Huge
go
Goldblum.
into, let's just say. Jeff Goldblum and Huge Jackass. Meg Toohey. Yeah, Meg 2 was fun. This is Delboy.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, it's great to have you on, Jamie. Really enjoyed it, mate, and would love to get you back on again. And certainly Batman enjoyed you having on. He's knackered now, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a sugar rush for 3 hours.
Well, Winslow's got it right. Jamie's having crazy J withdrawals.
Mm.
He needs more.
The Boxing Day phase, aren't we?
Talk to Me was a load of Bulbasaur. I don't know.
Bulbasaur.
Winslow says Avatar's good though, Pete.
It
I
is.
watched it when it came out on Disney Plus. It looks great, but I was really bored. The final hour is like an action version of Titanic. It is. But I'd rather play Avatar Frontier Pandora. It feels like Avatar's a perfect world to explore as a game than a film.
The ended the last act on Avatar 2. The last act on Avatar 2, it was basically like Titanic meets Aquaman.
No, Titanic meets Waterworld.
No, I thought Titanic meets Aquaman.
Yeah, well, I saw watery fun.
Yeah.
Andy McStarble says the new Mortal Kombat was far better than the 90s one. Looking forward to the new one. I suppose it is a better made film, but the 90s one has a lot of charm.
Yeah. It's not that good though, is it really?
Oh, your soul is mine.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat.
The song's great. I quite like the remix they did for the new one.
It is a better film, but I like Mortal Kombat 90s like how I like Street Fighter 90s.
Street Fighter 90s is better.
Oh, it is, yeah. Raul Julia's such a great Bison.
Yeah.
Gary North says Twin Peaks to return 18 episodes. Totally.
Yeah.
I remembered it was like loads of discs. Andy says the Batman in this case doesn't work at night. Delboy, who do you think is the big bad for Exploder Man for realistically?
To me, very quickly, I would say they would do a really good Spider-Man if they brought Daredevil in and had Kingpin as the villain.
That would be cool, yeah. But
Keep it New York centric and start bringing that sort of thing in, because Spider-Man and Daredevil have been teamed up in the comics before, and Kingpin was a Spider-Man villain before it was Daredevil. So
we got Minhaju says, Jamie, Batman Smithy, you sexy bastard. Are you happy that the Matt Weeb's Batman is scheduled for 2026?
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Are you happy we're getting the Batman film?
I weren't a big fan of the Batman.
Well, you might like this one.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You're not a fan of it. You've got a poster of it behind you.
Yeah, I know. It's Batman, isn't
it? I like Star Wars, but I don't have a photograph poster of the Acolyte behind me.
No.
Batman, isn't it?
Batman's Batman.
Yeah. Do you have a poster of Val Kilmer or George Clooney?
Oh.
No, I wouldn't mind some. I do have the soundtracks there.
Cool. Well, we have Minhaju here saying who's going to pick up Deadpool and Aubergine on Monday. Can't wait for it.
Aubergine.
There you go.
Yeah. Some bastards got it early. Go on, next.
And it's got a lovely slipcover holder.
Shut up! Shut up, you bastard!
Well, it's lovely.
Got it early.
It's lovely.
Yes.
Glossy,
the thing is,
he's doing that now to annoy me.
Wouldn't you buy it, Josh?
No.
Didn't you like it?
The thing is, with the steel books, they did a Deadpool and Wolverine. The only reason they did that is just to make more money.
Well, that's why they do everything.
Well, that's how they do it for everything. Yeah.
They just want to milk it for every penny they've got.
Well, my
Jamie, they're going to get away with it. It's one of the most sold out products out there.
Yeah.
And
would you ever pick up Deadpool and Josh?
Nah.
I don't know. I reckon you probably would if it was a 2 for 30.
If it was a 2 for like 20 or something, maybe.
Yeah.
And
that's bound sure to happen. It's bound sure to happen.
They don't do that anymore. They do 2 for 30 now instead of 2 for 24, which is
but just think, when 4K is sort of like on its last legs and people aren't buying it, they'll be 2 for 20 quid.
I'll tell you what I did pre-order. I pre-ordered the Last Night in Soho 4K special edition.
Yes, I've ordered that.
Already got it on 4K, but that steelbook looks gorgeous. It does.
Yeah, really that's why I ordered it.
Yeah. Use that cheeky HMV 20% off, so that helps.
I did the same thing. I went to UK Blu-ray and Steelbook group, and you got a 20% code every day, so you could just do it and repeat over and over again.
Yeah, everybody does it, so why not? So Minhaju says, I normally pre-order, but no more as I'm trying to disciple myself now.
Disciple myself.
And also, whenever I pre-order something, I always have bold luck. Sometimes when the slip is always detented from HMV.
Good.
Detention from HMV.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Fair, this has a dent in it, and I don't give a shit, to be honest. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's more for a steelbook. But if you buy a brand new 4K of a film, like for argument, Deadpool, the slipcover's damaged, it is a bit of a pain because it's a brand new item and it's only just come out. It's a bit of a pain. I can understand it. I've got Sai here saying, is Jeff Goldblum related to Goldfinger?
I don't know, but he likes the thing. Oh, I don't know.
They could get married, yeah. gold finger in the bum.
Brilliant.
The bomb finger.
I don't know. It sounds like there's a movie somewhere about them. Minhaji says, well-deserved Sploderman in the comics, really close to the orange human touch. Let me try again.
It's supposed to say Human Torch.
Oh, wow. Spider-Man in the comics always likes the human touch. Deadpool and Shang-Chi and Daredevil have always teamed up with him.
He's actually only teamed up with Shang-Chi about 3-4 times. Human Torch a lot, yeah. Daredevil a lot.
I wonder whether they'll bring Shang-Chi into Spider-Man 4.
They should do.
Considering it's the same director.
Well, they spent $200 million on a film about the guy. They should bring him back, surely.
They're taking their time. We're still waiting on Doctor Strange 3 after Doctor Strange Mum. Minhaji says, knowing that Pete has actually got it early makes me want it now, but I have to wait until Monday. Yeah. Probably end up keeping sealed. Minhaji says, why aren't Disney just releasing all the Disney plus Marvel shows on normal standard array 4K instead of steel bonks? Only it's not a nice
Steel bonks.
Yeah, I can understand that. I guess the reason why they're releasing it on steel bonks is because steel books, sorry, is because the money situation. They charge 50 nicker a pop.
There's another reason as well, Pete, and that was that Disney tore up all ties with the manufacturers' factories for producing media.
Really?
And then they had to renegotiate with Sony to bring out their new stuff, which is why they've done it in such small scale.
Mm.
And they said if they sold well, then they'd pump up the production.
Really?
So Disney were doing absolutely nothing physical media. They actually tore up all contracts with all of the manufacture plants of doing pressings.
It just proves that the streaming model isn't working, and they're all going back to what.
With the sale of these Disney and Star Wars stuff, I think you're going to find they're going to start negotiating then, and Sony will start pressing all their stuff on.
Well, yeah,
on normal slipcover stuff,
James Cameron's 4Ks have sold well. They're getting Blu-ray releases. All these steelbooks and special editions for Disney films are selling out. Alien Romulans have sold out.
Yeah. People are really pissed off this week about Seven. They've just released the artwork, right, for Seven, and it says, oh, bloody hell, I was expecting a great big box, and it was going to have this, that, and the other in it. It better be bloody good and all this. And I was going, it's for the last month they've said you're only going to get a steelbook. What's the big problem? I mean, it's not like any surprise to me.
Be honest, with
and that'll still sell.
Yeah, to be honest with the film, long as the film is a good transfer, that's the main thing, and everything else is just a cherry on top.
Yeah,
the cherry on top that you have to pay extra for anyway.
That was the last. Was it? How many more comments to go?
We've got Sai saying night night gang, night night Sai. You take care, mate. Have a great week. And the final comment of tonight is from Minhal Jewel, and he says it would make sense if Spider-Man does get involved with Shang-Chi because they'll go down the route of the way of the spider.
Yeah, they could.
Mm.
Can I ask a question?
You've been asking all night how long we've got left on the stream. Yes,
I've not seen Shang-Chi or Eternals yet, but the thing is, what's Shang-Chi got to do with Spider-Man?
Shang-Chi is part of the Marvel
We've been talking about
universe.
it for 10 fucking minutes.
Jamie, Shang-Chi is part of the Marvel universe, and they have teamed up together in certain stories.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I really liked the Eternals. I liked it quite a bit, and it's something different in the MCU.
Just look at it like this, Jamie. Look, there's a character in Marvel called Fing Fang Foom, Big Dragon.
Yeah.
You could team that up with Spider-Man. Marvel don't care. It's the Marvel universe, so any character that's in any storybook across the whole of the stuff could be in a Spider-Man film or a X-Men film or a Fantastic Four film or anything. so don't matter. Fing Fang Foom, by the way, is X-Men.
Oh.
Just so you know.
I thought that was an Iron Man villain at one point, wasn't it?
No, Mandarin and
Because they did tease Fing Fang Foom and Iron Man. They did like a little billboard thing in the background and
Yeah,
the
they
film,
did.
but I don't know.
it's a big dragon anyway.
We got Minhaji saying, can't wait to watch Deadpool 3 5 times a day every day. Now I'm only kidding.
Bloody hell, fuck.
Oh dear me, once was enough. So anyway, on that bombshell, I think we'll end the stream there. Yeah, 3 hours and 50 minutes. It's flew by and it's been a lot of fun. So thanks ever so much to everybody watching tonight. Really did appreciate your comments and your questions. Thanks ever so much to Delboy for joining.
No, thank you. It's been a tonic tonight. Thank you very much.
I've loved it.
Thanks
you.
ever so much, Jamie, for joining. I know you definitely enjoyed it with CJ on, didn't you?
Yeah.
Flipping heck, he was like a kid in a candy store.
He definitely was. I've never seen him grin so much.
It's like a yeah.
I reckon he cleaned his teeth special for tonight.
Oh yeah, Shang-Chi gives Spider the way the mentor. That's good.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Josh from Through the Lens for joining at the last moment.
Yeah, all good. Thank you for having me. It was very fun. It was very
so much fun to have Josh on.
Yeah, it's great to have you back on, Josh. It's been a while since you've been on. And thanks ever so much to Mr. Jamie Powell for joining as well. It was great to see Jamie and Katie on the stream, and definitely would love to get Jamie back on in the future. I know Batman would approve of that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's very deflated considering how energetic you've been all night.
And
I can imagine he's really tired now. He was hyper for about 3 hours. He was like Zebedee on acid.
So anyway, take care, everybody. You have a great week, and we'll see you all soon for another stream. So take care, everyone. Night. Night.
Good night.
Impressed over.